Good evening all of you. Hope all of you doing great and you have written your exam very well. So myself Balakrishna Virala, so faculty of Made Easy. So we are discussing the various questions okay, which we received based on the memory based. So please even you can comment the questions options are correct, whether data is correct. So how you performed your exam. So please give us a comment. Okay, we are happy to hear from you, right? So first we will discuss the various questions from the operating system, and then we will discuss the questions from the programming and data structures. And in case if you are having any questions, new questions if you remember, so please comment, okay, please type the question in case if you remember any questions, right? So just feel free, okay, stress nikal do pura. Hope you have written the exam very well, right? Let's discuss and you can comment, okay, what is your answer, what answers you received, okay, right? So let's discuss the question from the operating system. So this question is based on the threads, okay. I think this is a MSQ question as per we have received the data. So it's talking about threads, which of the following is true, okay, which of the following are true. Generally we discuss the user level threads and kernel level threads. Maybe in your paper the options may, okay, interleave, okay, interchanged, okay. Please just observe the options whether they are correct or not. The first option he has given the threads belonging to a process. Please observe here, threads belonging to a process are by default not protected by each other. Please observe here, threads belonging to each other, okay, belonging to a process are by default not protected by each other. Now generally we discuss protection and security is a completely the different chapter in the operating system. Protection and security completely different chapter in the operating system. So generally we will not study that, okay, because that is not part of the GATE syllabus. Remember, protection and security is okay, implemented by the operating system through different software mechanisms, right? So it is not like, okay, threads are protecting by each other, okay, right, by default protecting each other. No, that is not correct. Operating system will take care, and there is a separate chapter of protection and security, okay, we have in the operating system. So we is saying okay, by default not protected by each other. Yes, this is true, they are not protected by each other, they are not protected by each other, that is a true statement. And the next, so please give us a comment, what is that you have received, okay, right. So let's see the next one. Next option we are having each thread has its own file descriptor, okay. Please observe this. Generally when we discuss the threads, okay, we will say, okay, we are having any global variable, so that is generally shared. Files generally that will be shared, and memory will be shared, okay, right. So we will say that these are the various parameters that will be shared among the threads, various parameters, so various attributes, or you can say various things which are shared among the threads. What is that? Files, okay, right. We say any global variable and memory, heap segment, okay. So generally, okay, files we say they are shared. Remember, file is shared. So file descriptor in the sense you can say just like FCB, okay, file control block, something like that. Each thread has its own file descriptor. When you say the files are shareable resource, remember they will not have a individual file descriptor. They cannot have a individual file descriptor. So hence we will say this is a false statement. And threads can only be implemented in the kernel space. So please observe here, threads can be implemented only in the kernel space. Now we are having threads which are user level threads and kernel level threads, right. So we say like user level threads are not recognized by operating system. Remember, user level threads are implemented in the user space, kernel level threads are implemented in the kernel space. You cannot say that threads are, okay, threads can only be, he clearly given, only be implemented in the kernel space. No, that is also false, right. So remember, that is also false statement, okay. And all the threads belonging to a process, okay, has its own stack, So that is a general statement we study couple of times. We have seen that, okay, in the workbook also, stacks and registers cannot be shared, okay. I generally give this clear cut statement in the notes, stacks and registers cannot be shared. Every thread will have its own stacks and registers. The same statement exactly, okay, generally we write in the notes. So remember, he is saying that all the threads belonging to a process has its own stack. Yes, that is a true statement. Every thread will have its own stacks and registers. So here we will say is asking which of the following is true. So we will go with the options, okay, A, okay, and D, right. So remember, maybe your options may be interleaved or interchanged, okay, A may be C or C may be D, okay, accordingly, okay. So please understand what is the right answer, right. So it is MSQ, so right answer is, okay, A comma D. That is a question from the operating system, okay, nice. So let's move on to the next question. So this is also, okay, I mean generally a good question only, but it is directly we are having similar kind of question we have seen in the test series, and this similar kind of question we are having directly in our workbook, right. So how to convert, okay, if the decimal address is given, how you convert that into, okay, binary, and how you find logical address to physical address. So just read the question and tell me whether this is the same question you have received, right. Consider the memory management system, page size is 2 KB, okay, just observe here, okay, right. So page size given as what, 2 KB. So I am writing here page size is 2 KB. So what is the meaning of 2 KB means what, 2 power 11 bytes, correct. And next page numbers 0, 1, 2, 3 are stored in the frames 1, 3, 2, 0, okay, respectively, 1, 3, 2, 0 respectively. So it means how is your page table will look like, okay, please observe, the page table will look like this. So let's say this is the page table I write, this is the page table I write. So page number, see, 0, 1, 2, 3, and next what is the frame numbers, 0 is available in the frame number 1, and next 1 is available in the frame number 3, okay, 2 and 0, okay. And next what is the physical address, okay, what is the physical address, okay, for the virtual address, okay, indirectly here for the virtual address, okay, it's a for the virtual address 2500, okay. Please observe, what is the virtual address given here, 2500, that is given in the decimal, correct. Now with the question, what you will understand easily is, okay, page size is 2 KB, that is 2 power 11. So 2 power 11 means offset. If you observe the virtual address will have two parameters, P and D. So here D will require how many bits, 11 bits. So from this side, least significant bits, LSB 11 bits, LSB 11 bits will tell you what, offset, and the remaining bits will tell you what, page number. The remaining bits will tell you page number. So now you can convert this 2500 into what, binary format. What is the address given, that is given in the decimal. If you convert that into binary format, so I have already solved that, okay, I am writing that in the binary format. So that is 100, okay, 111 binary value of this, and 000 100. So this is the binary format, okay. 2500 is given in the decimal, so I am converting into what, binary, okay. So it means what, from this side LSB 11 bits will tell you what, page offset, LSB 11 bits. So why 11 bits, because page size is 2 KB. So from this side 11 bits will tell you what, okay, D, okay, that is 11 bits, okay, this is offset, please observe, okay, right. Just count the numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this 11 bits are what, offset, and the remaining this is what, page number. So it means which page number is referring, page number 1. So indirectly is referring what, page number 1. Now is asking you to find out what, physical address, okay, for the respective virtual address, right. What is the page number 1, okay, page number 1 is available in which frame, which particular frame. Now look at the page table, page table will contain what, okay, frame number. So please observe here, page number 1 is available in the frame number 3. So frame number 3 means binary format, that is 11. Yes or no? In the page number, frame number 3, page number 1 available in the frame number 3. So 3 means binary format, that is 11. So I am writing in this is a binary format, correct. So now I write here, so page number 1 available in the frame number 3. So see this here, this particular page number available in the this particular frame number 11, and offset you copy as it is. What is offset? You have 0 0 1 1 1 0 0 0 1 0 0. Now this is in the binary format, and remember this is the physical address, okay, for the given respective virtual address, and this is the physical address. Now this physical address is in the binary format, so now you convert that into decimal. Okay, if I convert that into decimal, so answer is okay, you can find out 6596. So I hope all of you got the same thing, right? So all the students are commenting, right? You got the same answer? Just give me the comment. Okay, fine. Okay, so right, so understand, so this is a okay physical address for the respective virtual address. Okay, fine. So let's move on to the next question from the operating system. I think this is a numerical type question we had. Okay, the next question, this is based on process state diagram. So this is generally easy question. Okay, we'll study process state diagram. So generally this is a easy question. So which of the following is a invalid transition? Okay, if you remember the process state diagram, so generally we discuss in the first day class only, right? We have ready state here, okay, running state. So you have a typical process state diagram like this. So this is a wait state, correct, and this is okay, next you say completion or termination or exit, okay, termination state. Okay, fine. Now just okay, here is a new state. So basic okay process state diagram. Now which of the following is invalid transition? So now you say running to ready. Now tell me, running to ready, is it valid? Yes, running to ready is valid, because sometimes when the high priority process comes, running process may preempt, or maybe when the time quantum expires, the running process may preempt. So this is okay valid, okay, that is valid. And next okay, right, ready to waiting. See, ready to waiting, remember there is no transition. Ready to waiting, that is invalid. Okay, so right answer is what? B. And next waiting to running. Now tell me, waiting to running, see, remember that is also invalid. Okay, waiting to running, there is no transition, so C is also the answer. And next running to exit, that is a valid only, so there is no problem. So this is invalid and this is invalid, correct? So I am writing here, okay, right. So running to ready, this is valid. Ready to waiting, so remember ready to waiting, so there is no transition, that is invalid. And waiting to running, so this is invalid, and running to exit, this is valid. Okay, I think this is also MSQ question, is asking which of the following is invalid. So right answer is B, C, correct? You got the same answers? Okay, fine. Next, so let's move on to the next question. Now this question, I have received the data, okay, right? So you can just clarify me whether data is correct. So this is based on the synchronization, or you can say concurrent programming. He has given the two threads, okay, like he is saying the T1 and T2, two threads are there, initial values are given to you, initial values are given A equal to 1, B equal to 1, and these are the statements given to you, and he said that they are executing concurrently. They are the statements given, they are executing concurrently. If they are executing concurrently, what are the possible values of A and B? What are the possible values of A and B? So please observe here, in the concurrent programming, so preemption may occur when you say these two are executing concurrently. When you say these two are executing concurrently, what is the meaning of concurrency? Anyone can execute first, correct? So you can just give the numberings. Okay, let's say this is the first statement, second statement, this is the third statement, and fourth statement. What are the possibilities? What are the possible values? Tell me, right? Various okay possibilities are possible, like okay 1 2 3 4, that is possible. 3 4 1 2, that is possible. And you can take the preemption here. Okay, after executing first statement, you can take preemption and you can go to this place and you can execute 3 4, and you can execute only 3. You can take preemption and you can come back and execute okay 1 2 and again back 4. So various combinations are possible. Remember, when you are executing them concurrently, what is not possible? which combination is not possible? Okay, first statement execute करने से पहले, okay, right, second को execute नहीं कर सकते हो. Without executing first statement, without completing first statement, you cannot execute second, and same thing here, without completing third, you cannot execute fourth one, correct? Now you try, okay, so all combinations, let's say a equal to 1, initial value a equal to 1, b equal to 1. Now you try all possibilities. We say first 1, 2 and 3, 4. So I am executing in this order. Okay, so see this here, 1, 2, 3, 4. If I execute in this order, now a equal to a plus 1, so this becomes 2, b equal to b plus 1, so this will become 2, and next b equal to 2 into b. Okay, b equal to 2 into b means what? 2 into 2 indirectly 4, and a equal to a into 2, right? So 2 into 2, that is 4. So a equal to 4, b equal to 4, final value combination possible, right? Check it out. So option A is possible and option D also possible. So you try all other combinations. Next, a equal to 1, b equal to 1. So I try again 3, 4, 1, 2. Now see this here, 3, 4, 1, 2. So if I execute third statement, 2 into 1, so that is 2, and a into 2, it means like 1 into 2, so that is 2. And later you say, for example, 1 comma 2, if I execute a equal to a plus 1, so 2 plus 1, that is 3, and this is b plus 1, this is 3. So it means indirectly a equal to 3, b equal to 3 is also possible. So it means a equal to 3, b equal to 3. Okay, right? See, a equal to 3, b equal to 3, that is there in the option D, and a equal to 4, b equal to 4, that is there in the option D. And next, a equal to 4 and b equal to 3. How this combination is possible? Okay, you have to check about this combination. How final value you get? A equal to 4 and b equal to 4. You try other options, what is there? Okay, all combinations you can try. Okay, right, a equal to 1, b equal to 4. Now I write first statement, I execute. What is the first statement? A equal to a plus 1. So this will become what? 2. Okay, and next I will take the preemption, I execute the third statement. Now what the third statement? 2 into b. So it means what? 2 into 1. So that is 2. Correct? 2 into 1, that is 2. Correct? Next, afterwards, so I will say the fourth statement. What is the fourth statement? A equal to a into 2. So that is 2 into 2, that is 4. Next I will execute second statement here. Second statement is what? B equal to b plus 1. So that is 2 plus 1, that is 3. Okay, see this here. So final value a equal to 4, b equal to 3 possible. So that is a equal to 4, b equal to 3 possible. So right answer, okay, is D. D is the right answer. Okay, so we'll see the more difficult questions, okay, in the classroom and in the workbook and in the even in the test series. So probably this is I'll say easy question, right? So these are the questions we have received from the operating system. So I say they all are straightforward questions. I did not see any tricky question, okay, what we received, okay, with our data. So paper was moderate only, right? Okay, somebody saying difficult, maybe like okay, somebody felt it as a difficult, maybe because of some reasons. So if I see, okay, these questions are just moderate questions only, right? Okay, and next coming to the programming and data structures. So let's see the questions from the programming and data structures. We have received only one question from the programming and data structure, that is this question. Okay, many students sent me this question, and in case if you are having any other questions if you are having, so please keep send us, okay, right? You can send in a group or you can send personally, send the questions so that we can discuss here. Okay, now coming to the programming and data structure, right? So this is the question we are having, okay, right? See, observe here, consider the following code segment: integer a equal to 6 and b equal to 0, right? And you can even comment the question is correct or not. Okay, so while a less than 10, okay, is having some while loop, and next he is saying that here a equal to a, okay, please observe here, I think there is something missing. I think this is okay, closing bracket here, a equal to a divided by 12 plus 1 and a plus equal to b, that's it. So printf percentile da, this is outside. Okay, now see, observe, just execute the program, that's it, don't take any tension. So you are having a equal to 6 and b equal to 0. In the first iteration, a less than 10, so what is a value? 6. So 6 less than 10, the condition is true. If the condition is true, you say A equal to A divided by 12. See, please observe here, okay, 6 divided by 12 plus 1. Now 6 divided by 12, both are integer. I clearly say in the class, if both are integer, output is integer. So 6 divided by 12, what is the answer? 0. So 0 plus 1, observe here, 0 plus 1, that is 1. So 1 is assigned to A. देखो A का value क्या हो गया? 1. अब देखो B, A का value again changing here, A equal to, this is a compound statement. Everybody knows what is the meaning of this. A equal to A plus B, A equal to A plus B. Now B value remains same only, B value 0, right? A equal to A plus B means what? 1 plus 0. So this is 1 only, correct? That is 1 only. So in the next iteration, what is happening? A value is 1, B value 0 only. Now again you check the while loop, again you check the while loop. So A less than 10, next iteration, A value is 1. So 1 less than 10. So again condition is true, correct? Now again you say A equal to A divided by 12. A equal to A divided by, A value is 1, 1 divided by 12 plus 1. So this is again 1 by 12, both are integer, output is integer only, correct? So 1 divided by 12 is a 0, 0 plus 1, that is 1, right? So A value again remains 1, and A equal to A plus B, A B value 0, 1 plus 0 is what? 1 only, so A value remains 1 only. So the next time also same thing will happen. Again you check 1 less than 10. Again you check 1 less than 10. So it means always the while loop is becoming true only. Always the while loop is becoming true, and there is no chance that while loop becomes false. So it will stuck up in the infinite loop. Okay, output, okay, it will stuck in the infinite loop. So right answer is what? B. I mean, this is general basic question, okay, general basic question. I mean, not any difficulty in this question, just normally execute the program, okay, you will get the answer, okay, right. So this is the question we received from the programming and data structure, and there are many other questions from algorithms, okay, other subjects. So my friends and other teachers will explain that, right. So that is about okay, operating system questions and programming and data structure, okay. So right, so please stay connected, and other faculties will discuss other questions, and in case if you are having any other questions, okay, from programming and data structure and operating system, so please keep sending us, okay, we will help you to discuss the analysis and answers. And according to the response and students messages which we received, okay, so we can say it is a moderate paper only, not very difficult and not very easy also, easy to moderate level, okay, easy to moderate level paper, okay, fine. So thank you so much. My friend will discuss other subject, okay, questions, memory based questions. Thank you.
Hello students, myself Sagar Pingili, faculty made easy. I hope you all have done well. Here I am with computer organization and architecture memory based questions in GATE 2024. As of now, we received only 2 questions in computer organization and architecture subject. So here I am going to analyze those 2 questions, right? First question is, consider hard disk with 32 surfaces. 4096 hectares per track, and 1024 bytes per sector. Hard disk capacity 512 GB given. So number of cylinders in the hard disk is, this is the question. So everyone knows that this is a basic fundamental question from the hard disk structure. So when you know the structure of the hard disk, directly you are in a position to answer the question. Okay. So here number of cylinders in the hard disk is nothing but number of tracks in the surface. So we need to find out number of tracks in the surface, right? So direct formula is disk capacity is equal to number of surfaces in the disk into number of tracks per surface. So this number of tracks per surface is nothing but a number of cylinders. Number of cylinders in the hard disk, right? Then in each track, how many sectors present? That is number of sectors per track, right? Then each sector, how many bytes of data is stored? That is number of bytes per sector. So this is the formula used to calculate the capacity of a hard disk. So here directly we are going to substitute the given information in this. I hope you all given the right answer with respect to this question. Okay, so that is 512 GB is the capacity given, right? Number of surfaces 32, that means 2 power 5 into number of tracks per surface, that we need to find out, name it as x, into number of sectors per track, see this 4096, that is 2 power 12 into number of bytes per sector, that is 1024, 2 power 10 bytes. Clear? So this is equal to 2 power 39 bytes. This is the total capacity. Then this is the 2 power 27 bytes into x. So we need to find out x. X means number of tracks per surface. Okay, number of tracks per surface is equal to number of cylinders in the hard disk, right? Number of cylinders. So x value is equal to 2 power 39 divided by 2 power 27. This become 2 power 12, that is 4096. So 4096 tracks are present in the surface. So number of tracks in the surface is equal to number of cylinders in the hard disk. Okay, I hope you given the same answer. How many of you given right answer? Please respond in the chat section. Okay, this is the first question which I received as a student's memory based questions are concerned from the subject computer organization, right? Next question is, this is the data representation question. Okay, in our regular class notes, in every first module we have a topic of fixed point and floating point arithmetic. In that fixed point representation, we know the 2's complement format, right? So here 2's complement data given. Here data size is clearly mentioned. Data size, this is 5-bit data. This is also 5-bit data. So 5-bit data given. This data is a 2's complement data. Okay, all right. So if you see the A value, here binary data given, MSB bit is 0. MSB bit 0 means sign is positive. Positive data is not in the complement format. So direct value is plus 10. Now come to the B value. B. MSB bit is 1, sign is negative. So negative data is in the 2's complement format. Okay, so once we take the 2's complement of the given binary code, equivalent decimal value is -6. Okay, you know the conversion, no need to explain that. Okay, when sign is positive, no need to take the complement. When sign is negative, we need to take the 2's complement. So A equivalent decimal value is plus 10, B equivalent decimal value is minus 6. Clear? Right. Which one of these creates overflow? Okay. So here options given. Which one of the following option creates overflow? Okay. To understand overflow condition, first of all we should know the range of a floating point, range of a 2's complement data, right? So here 5-bit 2's complement range is 5-bit 2's complement range is minus 16 to plus 15. Okay, this is the 5-bit 2's complement range. So after performing the above arithmetic computations, we need to identify the result status in this range. If the result is present in the range, that is not a overflow. When result is out of range, that is called as the overflow condition. Okay, I hope you all are given the right answer to this question, right? Because you know the concept. Fine. So A plus B, here only you can do the calculations. A 10 plus 10, okay, plus B minus 6. So this value is equal to plus 4. This plus 4 present in the range, therefore it does not creates overflow, right? Next, option B, A plus 10, right, minus B minus 6. Okay, after performing the computation it become plus 16, correct? So this plus 16 is not present in the range, so that this B is the option which creates the overflow. Then come to the C option, B minus 6 minus A plus 10. Okay, so this is equal to minus 16. This minus 16 is present in the range, so it does not creates overflow. Then come to D option, 2 into B. So B value minus 6. So output is minus 12. So this minus 12 is present in the range. So this option also does not creates overflow. So according to the given options, correct answer is B. Okay students, yeah, this is about the GATE 2024 memory based questions from the subject computer organization and architecture. I hope you given the right answers. Thank you.
Hello everyone, good evening. Good evening to everyone. How did the exam go for you? How did the exam go for you? Share your thoughts and experiences. Please share your thoughts and experiences. Very easy from the DBMS. Moderate. Good evening. Curious to know how everyone found today's exam. Right. Let's see the question from the algorithm which is given. So t of n square root of n multiplied with t of square root of n plus n. So some base conditions are given, like a t of 2 is constant and for n greater than equal to 2 or n equal to 2, some base conditions are given. So this exact same question, okay, is explained in Made Easy course. Okay, so exact same question explained in Made Easy course with same data also. Just I am opening the solution. This is the course from Prime course. Okay. Yeah, right. See, exact same question in the classroom. It is one of the exercise problem from the core main. Okay, same question. So the answer to this question is theta of n log n. Answer to this question, theta of n log n. Okay, exact same question is there in the class notes. Okay, so hope every Made Easy student might done without solving this question. So we done this completely. Is it fine? Pratik says easy. Yeah, n log n. I'm not again resolving it again. Okay, because anyhow you are not ready to listen the explanation and all right now. Okay, so answer to the question is n log n. Right? Let's move to the one more question from the algorithms. Please answer this question. Directed graph G, there is a subgraph tree. Okay, so whatever the data I received, I am just explaining based on the data. So once we receive the full data, we will going to be discuss in detailed solution. Okay, so as for the data which I received, there is a directed graph, and the subgraph T. Okay, which is DFS of G also. That subgraph is GFS of D also and BFS of G also. Okay, it is DFS as well as BFS, right? So now to satisfy the subgraph, which is depth first search spanning tree also, BFS spanning tree also. So what should be the requirement? First thing, every edge in G is in T. Okay, it is not mandatory to satisfy. Every edge of the graph must be in the spanning tree, not mandatory to satisfy. So for example, okay, so for example, if the tree is something like one cycle, okay, if tree is something like one cycle, like assume this is the D and this is the tree, right? If you call DFS or BFS, the DFS or BFS spanning tree is same here. Okay, C and after that C and it going to be visit the D. Okay, so A visited, B visited, C visited, D visited. It is DFS spanning tree also as well as BFS spanning tree also. Okay, but still it is not equal to the graph. Okay, this is the graph and this is the T. Okay, so that's why this statement not mandatory. Okay, so to satisfy the DFS and BFS same spanning tree for the given graph. Okay, so no forward edges is a correct statement. Okay, because it's a BFS traversal. For BFS traversal, forward edges are not there. Okay, so back edge, no back edge is not the case. See, if this is the case, this edge is the back edge only. This edge is back edge only. Okay, this is the back edge only. So no back edge is also wrong statement. No cross edge is also wrong statement. For example, this is the given graph. Okay, for example, this is the given graph which is the directed. Okay, let's say this edge is also there. Okay, if you call BFS or DFS, if you call BFS or DFS, you will get the same spanning tree for BFS or DFS. So A visited, after that B visited, and so if you go for BFS, then C visited, after B adjacencies D and E visited, Even if you go for DFS, A depth is B, depth is D, backtrack and then visit the E and backtrack to A and visit the A. So this is becomes DFS spanning tree also, BFS spanning tree also. Still there is a cross edge. Okay, still there is a cross edge. So the data which I received so far, no cross edges is the wrong. Data which I received so far should be the no forward edges, right? Is it fine? Is it fine? Yes, this is the question. Correct, right? This was MSQ. If it is MSQ, also one correct answer. Okay, MSQ also, and what kind of statements options is given yet to be know clearly. So the as of now, as for the data which I received, this should be the correct answer, right? Now, please answer this question. Please give the answers of this question. Algorithm used to identify an array either ascending or descending. Algorithm used to identify an array ascending or descending. Okay, so using a single pass by comparing adjacent elements. What is time complexity of the algorithm? Okay, so we need to find the array elements are ascending or descending. Right, yeah. So the time complexity to test whether given array ascending or descending, okay, is we can do in order of n time. We can do in order of n time. Just we need to run bubble sort for one pass. Okay, so just run the bubble sort for one pass only, not whole algorithm. Okay, so just one pass. In one pass, the if no swaps is occur in one entire pass, if no swaps is occur, then we can say array is in sorted order. Okay, so we can say it is both big O of n also, omega of n also, because time complexity is order of n. Time complexity is order of n. We can say both big O of n also, theta of n also, omega of n also, right? Bubble sort. Next one from the algorithms. Okay, so a binary min heap of 105 elements. Binary min heap of 105 elements. The number of possible values for maximum element. Number of possible value for maximum element. Himanshu. Right, 53, right? So now total 105 elements. 105 elements means, okay, so first level 1 element, second level 2 elements, so 2 power 1 element, and this is 2 power 0 1 element. Third level 2 square elements, next 2 cube elements, 2 power 4 elements, okay, so 2 power 5 elements, okay, 32, and 2 power 6, 2 power 6, okay. So it is not goes beyond this, it is not goes beyond this, because if it is 2 power 6 full tree, if it is 1 to 2 power 6 full tree, then it becomes total 127 nodes. Total 127 nodes. Okay. So if you go for till previous level, it is just 63 nodes, right? But here he has given 105 nodes only, 105 elements only. That means 127, okay, minus 105. Okay, so this 22 nodes, okay, so is not filled in the last level. Last level 22 nodes are not filled. That means last level 2 power 6 minus 22 nodes only. Last level 2 power 6 minus 22 nodes only. That means last level, so 64 minus 22, so last level 44 leaf nodes. Okay, last level 44 leaf nodes. Okay, because total 105 only. So last level 22 nodes not exist. Okay, 22 nodes not exist in the last level. Okay, for this nodes, the previous level is become previous level is become leaf level. For those nodes, previous level is become leaf level, right? Okay, so this 22 nodes. Okay, so one node for, so 22 by 2, the total it becomes the 11 nodes. Okay, among these 11 nodes plus this, okay, 44 nodes. Okay, 42 or 42 among 11 nodes and 42 nodes, these are the total number of leaf nodes. Okay, these are the total number of leaf nodes. Okay, among those total number of 53 leaf nodes, anywhere can be maximum exist. Okay, right. Last level, maximum element should be there at last level. The point is complete binary tree of 105 elements. Complete binary tree of 105 elements. How many leaf nodes? Okay, so total number of leaf nodes are 53. Maximum element can be anywhere in this leaf node, right? But the condition, array should be distinct elements. Okay. Yeah, some are Rudra saying some formula and something. Okay, so it's not required. It's remembering so many formulas to handle separate question is not suggestible. Okay, so we know complete binary tree of like 7 levels. It is required 2 power 6 minus 2 power 127 nodes. Out of 127 nodes, but 105 nodes only there in the thing. Means last level 22 nodes are not there. For this 22 positions by 2, 11 positions, this is the leaf nodes, and this are 42 are the other leaf nodes. 42 plus 11, 55 leaf nodes. Okay, so generally I not suggest you to substitute the formulas and all every time, because we not easy to remember in examination, right? Now next question. So the number of edges present in the, okay, forest generated by DFS traversal of undirected graph with 100 vertices is 40. Okay, so number of vertices is 40. N is the number of vertices. Number of vertices is 40. Okay, so the number of edges, number of vertices is 100 and number of edges is 40. Okay, tree edges of the BFS. Tree edges of the BFS is 40. Okay, so for undirected graph, if undirected graph, K is the number of tree edges of the DFS traversal. K is the number of tree edges of the DFS traversal. N is the number of vertices. Number of connected components are, okay, number of connected components, okay, is N minus K. Number of connected components N minus K, that is total 60 connected components, right? N minus K 60. Four vertices complete graph, how many spanning tree? 4 vertices complete graph, how many spanning tree? You are saying that one other question, that is direct formula, n into n to the power of minus 2, if that is the case. Okay, so 4 vertices complete connected graph, complete connected graph, 4 vertices complete connected graph. Okay, n to the power of n minus 2, n vertices we can say. So n vertices complete connected graph. okay, n to the power of n minus 2 spanning trees. Okay, for 4 vertices, 4 to the power of 4 minus 2, total 16 spanning trees. Okay, so I didn't receive that question from the other students, but if you are saying DSG, DGS, someone, okay, so hope you cleared this one, right? So one other question from the from the binary heaps, one array is given, if you do heapify, what are first 3 elements of the array? Okay, so give the answers, what are first 3 elements of the array? Give the answers. What are first 3 elements of the array? Give the answers, right? No need to solve this question also, if you convert this, into min heap by using bottom up approach, okay, so max heap, if you convert this into the max heap, okay, so root is maximum element, okay, okay, second maximum should be there, second maximum must be one of these two nodes, should be one of these two nodes, okay, answer must contain, so maximum element of the node, so this is 131 and second maximum 111, these two must be there, okay, so like the 131 is there but 111 is not there, here, 131 is also not there, okay, here, so also not, this is first maximum and second maximum, okay. So right, but we can't say third maximum, may not be third maximum, may or may not be third maximum, but first maximum, so this is the first maximum, one of these two should be second maximum. In the options, okay, no two option consist first max and second max, but otherwise also you can easily construct the tree, so like the bottom up approach, adjust the internal nodes, it's already in max heap, okay, this node if you adjust into max heap, so 131 shifted up, okay, then 11 is placed here, okay. So now next one, after this node completed adjustment, after this node completion of adjustment, adjust this node into max heap which is already in max heap, okay, so adjust this node into max heap, for that, so the like a out of these two 131 and 11, 131 is greater, it is shifted up, okay, so then out of these two 101 is only bigger, 101 is comes to here. So 90 is already in max heap, adjust the 80 into the max heap, okay, so 131 and 90, maximum is 131, 131 goes to root position, so 80 we are adjusting, so 101 and 111 is the bigger, 111 is come to the second position, okay, so then 80 come to this leaf position, means this fifth position. So first 3 elements of the max heap, these 3, okay, 131, 111, 90, right, okay, is it fine? So how we came to know it's a max heap only? Because in the options, if it is a min heap, first minimum should be in the option and second minimum also should be in the option, okay, first minimum 11 and second minimum 33, 11, 33 in any, not in any of the option, okay, so definitely it should be max heap only, so because he is not mentioned min heap or max heap as for the data which I received, right. So next, these are the 6 questions and that complete binary tree of like a 4 nodes number of spanning trees, that is the 7th one, 7 questions which I received from the algorithms, okay. So is it okay? So how you feel all the questions of algorithm, okay, so do you feel it is difficulty, easy or moderate? Please post your response. Please give your response. Is it easy, moderate or difficult? Right. So next, let's see few questions of the DBMS. Okay. One of the question every time, okay, so the last 3-4 years almost repeating again, which is conflict equal serial schedule? again which is conflict equal serial schedule, right? Pratik says that easy paper labeled binary tree. So some question labeled binary tree saying that Aditya expected more difficult paper, right? Now, so which of the following is serial for conflict equality? We need conflict equal serial schedule, means simply draw the precedence graph. Okay, to get the conflict equal serial schedule, simply draw the precedence graph. Simply draw precedence graph. So this T1 is performing data item Z, okay, read and writes. Data item Z in not other transaction, means T1 not conflict with anyone. T1 not conflict with anyone. Okay, so the R2X and this is not a conflict pair, no conflict pair from T2 to T3. Only conflict pair from T3 precede than T2. Only conflict pairs are T3 precede than T2. One edge. Okay, so this is the precedence graph. Okay, so T3 should before the T2, T3 should before the T2, T1 can be anywhere. Okay, T1 can be here also, or T1 can be here also, or T1 can be here also. Three sequences. Okay, T1, T3, T2 is also correct sequence. T3, T1, T2 is also correct sequence. T3, T2, T1 is also correct sequence. Okay, so answer A, B, D. So right. So your options may not be same like ABD like this. Okay, so don't worry, if options may not be as it is like ABD. So data which I received, I have these options. Okay, so just a conflict equal serial orders. Okay, just conflict equal serial orders. Is it fine? Okay, so it is one of the repeated model question from the transaction and concurrency control, right? Let's see one more question. So which of the given statement is or true related to the functional dependency? Inference rules of the functional dependencies. Functional dependency inference rules. Okay, so this FD set implied X determines Z. Okay, so of course it is direct transitivity. In case if you not even remembered inference rules, okay, simply compute X closure if determine Z, then it is inferred by the FD set. So X closure gives XYZ, it is inferred. Okay, so simply do XW closure. Okay, if you do XW closure from the left side set, okay, XW determines XW, okay, W determining Y, so XW determine Z also, this the XY determining Z also, XW determines Z, it is also inferred from the left side set. Just take the closure, because this FD should be inferred by this FD set. Okay, is if and only if this left side FD attributes closure should determine the right side. Okay, so assume this is the given FD set, then so it is a split rule. This is also correct inferred rule. See here XY combinedly determining ZW, only X not determining ZW, right? So even if you take X closure in the left side, will not get the ZW. So D is the false statement, right? ABC. Comma was in question. Okay, okay, right? Karthik. So it's also one of the regular question, every time use it to get. Okay, so then so this question, just please give the question if you are remember something. Some people okay, given B greater than C, some people given B less than C. Okay, so I was so just wanted to know which one is correct statement, which one is correct in the question. Okay, so then we'll solve the question. So B less than C, Karthik, B less than C, yeah, B less than C you are saying. Okay, so I received two formats. One, some are says B greater than C, B less than C. Let's convert to B less than C. It's a simple conditional join query. It's a simple conditional join query. So R cross product S R dot A equal to S dot A. This R dot A should be equal to S dot A over the cross product. Okay. So no need to write the result of cross product also. This pair of record in the result. Okay. 20 not satisfied join condition with anyone. This pair completely not satisfied. Okay. 30 equal to this pair in the result. 30 40 30 45. Okay. And this is also in the result. Okay. 30 50 and 30 45. Okay. And this is completely not in the result, this is completely not in the result. Okay. So these are the three records satisfied the conditional join condition, not hold the thing, only its conditional join condition. Three records are satisfied. From those three records, what are B less than C? Those three records, see first pair. So B is 20, C is 90. So B less than 30, B less than C satisfied. Okay, for this pair, B is 40 and C is 45. B less than C satisfied. For this pair, B is 50 and C is 45, which is failed. Okay, so two records are satisfied. Right? Yeah, everyone given correct answer. So there is one more question or two more question. So actually it's a memory based question, it's giving question itself is little difficult, then is a 1 mark or 2 mark is I can't expect student will remember that. Okay, so hope you cleared this one, hope you cleared this one, right. So this is all about DBMS. One ER diagram question is given, so but that is not the that is not in proper data. Okay, I'm not going to cover that one, it's not in proper data. One ER model question is also given. So this is all about DBMS and algorithm questions in GATE 2024 examination. So hope you all done well. Okay, so thank you all. Okay, we'll back one more time.
गुड इवनिंग गुड आफ्टरनून फ्रेंड्स। अब ये 5 बज गया। गुड इवनिंग फ्रेंड्स। बेटा हमारे पास मैथमेटिक्स के 5 क्वेश्चंस हैं। पहला क्वेश्चन है बेस्ड ऑन प्रोबेबिलिटी। प्रोबेबिलिटी में क्वेश्चन कह रहे हैं देयर आर 10 रेड बॉल्स एंड 15 ब्लू बॉल्स। फिर कह रहे हैं आर गिवन 2 balls are drawn randomly without replacement. It is mentioned in the question that balls are drawn one by one without replacement. फिर कहना है given that first ball drawn is red, find the probability that, question is starting from this line, find the probability that both the balls drawn are red. Beta events are independent, so directly you can find the probability of drawing red ball, probability of drawing red ball in second draw, in second draw. तो देखो सबसे पहले favorable upon total, favorable upon total, how many total balls are there in second draw? Beta 9 red balls are there, 15 blue balls are there. It means we have 24 balls, 24 C1. How many red balls are there? 9 red balls are there. We can draw one red ball from 9 balls by 9 C1 ways. So its answer will be 9 upon 24, or we can say that 3 upon 8. 3 upon 8. The answer of 3 upon 8 will be I think 0.375. Simple independency hai. In case of independent events, condition has no significance. You can directly find the answer of this question by using the probability of red ball in second draw. Now moving on to the next question. सिंपल क्वेश्चन, मोस्ट सिंपलेस्ट क्वेश्चन ऑफ योर पेपर। कह रहे हैं प्रोडक्ट ऑफ आइगन वैल्यूज, वी नो दैट प्रोडक्ट ऑफ आइगन वैल्यूज इक्वल्स टू द डिटर्मिनेंट ऑफ योर मैट्रिक्स। प्रोडक्ट ऑफ आइगन वैल्यूज, प्रोडक्ट विल बी डिटर्मिनेंट ऑफ ए, एंड व्हाट इज द डिटर्मिनेंट ऑफ योर मैट्रिक्स? बेटा इसका डिटर्मिनेंट देखो, इफ यू ऑब्जर्व दिस एंड दिस, R1 प्लस R3, R1 प्लस R3 इक्वल्स टू 2 टाइम्स R2। देखो R1 प्लस R3 2 टाइम्स R2, R1 प्लस R3 2 टाइम्स R2, इट मींस रो वेक्टर्स आर लीनियरली डिपेंडेंट। इन केस ऑफ डिपेंडेंट वेक्टर्स determinant will be 0, so the product of eigen values will be 0 also, so the answer of this question is option number D. Moving on to next one, question number 3, ये एक अच्छा क्वेश्चन था। कह रहे हैं n क्रॉस m मैट्रिक्स है, मैट्रिक्स इज ऑफ ऑर्डर n क्रॉस m वेयर m is greater than n, m is greater than n। तो आपने मान लिया n क्रॉस m, और फिर कह रहे हैं n is less than m, means it is a type of underdetermined system। बेटा these are the representations of number of equations, these are the representations of number of variables, number of equations are less than number of variables, it means it is a type of underdetermined system, and we know that underdetermined homogeneous system में हमेशा infinite solution होते हैं। infinite solutions are also known as non zero solution, option C is the right answer। एक तो आ गया, ये MSQ था, तो there exists a non zero solution, infinite solution, option C is correct। now what is Now trying to pay attention on option number A, there exists at least m minus 1 linearly independent solutions of this system, m minus n linearly independent solution। बेटा we know that nullity of any matrix is nullity equals to column minus rank, column minus rank is known as nullity if we take a matrix of order 2 cross 4 such that rank of A equals to 2। ऑप्शन से क्रॉस चेक कर लेंगे, वी आर टेकिंग matrix A of order 2 cross 4 where rank of A equals to 2, then nullity in this situation, nullity equals to number of column minus rank which is equals to 2, and this is m, this is n, sorry n or m minus n is also equals to 2, so it is m minus n linearly independent solution, because nullity is nothing but the number of linearly independent solution of your homogeneous system। एक ऑप्शन तो ये रहा। Similarly if we take rank of A equals to 1, matrix is of order 2 cross 4, rank of A equals to 1, then nullity equals to 4 minus or number of column minus rank equals to 3। बेटा it means in this situation your system will have 3 independent solution, or 3 independent solution is greater than equals to 2 independent solution, or 2 independent solution means it is greater than equals to m minus n linearly independent solution, because this is m, this is n, m minus n equals to 2। तो देखो जब भी 2 लिखा है m minus n कह सकते थे, इसका मतलब when we have 3 independent solution then 2 solutions are also independent, it means option number B is option number A is also correct। तो ऑप्शन ए, ऑप्शन सी आर करेक्ट। देयर एग्जिस्ट m minus n linearly independent vectors such that every solution in which at least m minus n variables। अच्छा एक बात और याद रखिएगा, नंबर ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंट सॉल्यूशंस इक्वल्स टू नंबर ऑफ फ्री वेरिएबल्स in your homogeneous system, independent solutions are m minus n, तो free variables उसके इक्वली होगा m minus n के, it means this option is also correct, means option B is the immediate conclusion of option A। so option A, option B and option C are the answers of this particular question। ये अच्छा क्वेश्चन था। मूविंग ऑन टू नेक्स्ट वन, प्रोबेबिलिटी का फिर से एक क्वेश्चन आ गया। प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए इज 0.3, 0.5 और ए इंटरसेक्शन बी की प्रोबेबिलिटी 0.1। देखो ऑप्शन सी, ऑप्शन डी से चेक करते हैं। कह रहे हैं फाइंड द प्रोबेबिलिटी दैट ए यूनियन बी इक्वल्स टू 0.7। बेटा एडिशन थ्योरम, प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए प्लस प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ बी माइनस प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए इंटरसेक्शन बी इज इक्वल्स टू गिवन एज 0.7। इट इज गिवन एज 0.7। क्रॉस चेक कर लेते हैं क्या ये 0.7 आ रहा है। We have used addition theorem of probability. Probability of A is given in the question is 0.3 plus probability of B is 0.5 minus 0.1 equals to 0.7। बेटा LHS equals to RHS, देखो 0.7 equals to 0.7, it means option C is the right answer। अब ऑप्शन नंबर डी पे चलते हैं। ए इंटरसेक्शन बी बार, प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए इंटरसेक्शन बी बार, इसका मतलब होता है प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ओनली ए। प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ओनली ए कैन बी कैलकुलेटेड बाय यूजिंग दिस रिजल्ट, प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए माइनस प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए इंटरसेक्शन बी। देखो वेन डायग्राम से प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ओनली ए ये रहा, तो प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए माइनस इंटरसेक्शन की प्रोबेबिलिटी सब्ट्रैक्ट कर दो, आंसर आता है। तो 0.3 प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए इज गिवन एज 0.3 माइनस 0.1 इट इज 0.2, इट मींस ऑप्शन डी इज आल्सो करेक्ट। ऑप्शन डी भी सही है। अब ऑप्शन ए के लिए ए एंड बी आर इंडिपेंडेंट। इंडिपेंडेंट कब होता है? व्हेन प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए इंटरसेक्शन बी इक्वल्स टू पीए इनटू पीबी, वी विल से दैट इवेंट्स आर इंडिपेंडेंट। बेटा यहाँ पे इंटरसेक्शन की प्रोबेबिलिटी 0.1 है, इन दोनों के प्रोडक्ट की प्रोबेबिलिटी इज नॉट इक्वल्स टू द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए इंटरसेक्शन बी, इट मींस दीज आर नॉट इंडिपेंडेंट, ये गलत आंसर है। सिमिलरली इसके लिए देखो प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए बार इंटरसेक्शन बी बार, बेटा ए बार इंटरसेक्शन बी बार मतलब कह सकते हैं प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ नीदर ए नॉर बी, प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ नीदर ए नॉर बी बराबर 1 माइनस प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ईदर ए और बी, ईदर ए और बी कैन बी रिप्रेजेंटेड बाय ए यूनियन बी 1 माइनस, और ए यूनियन बी इज गिवन एज 0.7 इन ऑप्शन नंबर सी, तो इट विल बी इक्वल टू 0.3, इन्होंने दिया क्या था, इन्होंने दिया था 0.4, ये भी गलत हो गया। इट मींस फॉर क्वेश्चन नंबर 4 आंसर इज ऑप्शन सी एंड ऑप्शन डी। उम्मीद आपने किया होगा। मूविंग ऑन टू द लास्ट क्वेश्चन, क्वेश्चन नंबर 5, fx is maximum of x x cube then find the non differentiable points। इसके कितने नॉन डिफरेंशिएबल पॉइंट होंगे, ऑप्शंस नहीं है, चेक कर लेते हैं। देखो दो तरीके हैं, अगर आप ग्राफ बनाना जानते हो तो बहुत आसानी से हो जाएगा, नहीं तो हम दोनों तरीके से कर सकते हैं। ये आपका है x क्यूब का ग्राफ, ठीक है, और सिमिलरली द ग्राफ ऑफ y इक्वल्स टू x इज दिस वन, ये आपका ग्राफ ऑफ y इक्वल्स टू x है, y इक्वल्स टू x और y इक्वल्स टू x क्यूब। यहाँ पे देखो दो, एक पॉइंट मिला, दूसरा इंटरसेक्टिंग पॉइंट, थर्ड इंटरसेक्टिंग पॉइंट। ट्राई टू सॉल्व these two, you will get x और x square minus 1 equals to 0, x की वैल्यू 0 और प्लस माइनस 1, वी आर गेटिंग 3 पॉइंट्स, 3 इंटरसेक्टिंग पॉइंट्स ऑफ दीज टू ग्राफ्स। अब इसका सही में ग्राफ देख लेते हैं क्या है, कह रहे हैं मैक्सिमम ऑफ x x क्यूब। यहाँ पे देखो इस पॉइंट के आगे मैक्सिमम, इससे पहले मैक्सिमम क्या है, y इक्वल्स टू x लाइन है, तो y इक्वल्स टू x, फिर उसके बाद मैक्सिमम ये ग्राफ है, फिर उसके बाद मैक्सिमम है लाइन, और फिर मैक्सिमम है ग्राफ। बेटा आपको तीन शार्प पॉइंट मिलने जा रहे हैं, देखो -1 इज द शार्प पॉइंट, 0 इज ऑल्सो द शार्प पॉइंट, 1 इज ऑल्सो द शार्प पॉइंट, और शार्प पॉइंट पे वी आर नॉट एबल टू ड्रॉ द यूनिक टेंजेंट, इट मींस शार्प पॉइंट्स आर द नॉन डिफरेंशिएबल पॉइंट्स। तो इसका आंसर आ जाएगा देयर आर नंबर ऑफ डिफरेंशिएबल पॉइंट्स इक्वल्स टू 3, और जो कौन कौन से हैं, 0 एंड प्लस माइनस 1। अब जिस तरह का ऑप्शन होगा वैसा आपने आंसर दिया होगा। आप में से किसी को अगर ग्राफ नहीं आता था तो आप ऐसे कर सकते थे, देखो एफ एक्स इक्वल्स टू कहा था ना मैक्सिमम ऑफ x x क्यूब, तो आप इसको ब्रेक कर सकते थे कैसे, -1 से छोटा, देखो x इज लेस देन -1, -1 टू 0, 0 टू 1, और x इज ग्रेटर देन 1। इस पे देखते हैं -1 से कम के लिए अगर आपका देखा जाए तो ये ग्राफ में पॉइंट हमने पहले से बना रखा है, देखिएगा क्या है ये x x क्यूब, x और x क्यूब, ये आपकी डेफिनेशन हो गई। बेटा अगर आपके पास fx है तो f डैश x फोर्सफुली डिफरेंशिएट कर दो, f डैश x इज 1, 3x स्क्वायर 1 और 3x स्क्वायर, कब x इज लेस देन -1, -1 से 0, -1 टू 0, हाँ जी 0, फिर आ गया 0 टू 1, और फिर x इज ग्रेटर देन 1। ओके, यहाँ पे देखिएगा इसमें LHD बताइए, -1 पे LHD इज 1, -1 पे राइट हैंड लिमिट इज 3 आ जाएगा, तो LHD नॉट इक्वल टू RSD, नॉन डिफरेंशिएबल पॉइंट। 0 पर भी LHD इज नॉट इक्वल टू RSD, बेटा LHD है 0, RSD है 1, और ऐसे ही 1 पर भी देखिए, 1 पर LHD RSD डिफरेंट है, तो LHD लेफ्ट हैंड डेरिवेटिव इज नॉट इक्वल टू राइट हैंड डेरिवेटिव, left hand derivative not equal to right hand derivative at which point, at x equals to -1, 0 and 1, so all 3 points are non differentiable point। तो बिना ग्राफ के आप ऐसे कर सकते थे, ग्राफ बना के करते तो ये है तरीका। बेटा अभी तक हमको यही 5 क्वेश्चंस मिले हैं, उम्मीद है आप लोगों ने इनमें से कम 4 क्वेश्चन तो कर ही लिए होंगे। दिस इज ऑल अबाउट फॉर मैथमेटिक्स। नाउ राम कुमार सर विल ज्वाइन एंड ही विल डिस्कस द कंप्यूटर नेटवर्क्स। सर प्लीज वेलकम।
Good afternoon. I hope you have done the exam well. As per the students' data, whatever the questions they have been submitted for the first half session, the questions are very easy. It's not like the previous years. All are focused on the fundamental questions. Like if you observe the first question, whatever the data I have received, in this the first question is network address translation. So basically you know very well, inside the LAN and then you have a local router, then you will connect to the different stations actually. So that local router will act as the net router, and if you require any internet connection, the ISP is going to provide you the public IP. Okay, so whatever the IP, whatever you are looking for it, so from your system, the data will pass via your local router, and then the private IP will be converted to the public IP. So this gives a clear idea that conversion of IP is happening, that is private IP to public IP, and that is regarding what? The source IP. The destination IP will not change. I mean to say, whatever the URL you are typing like google.com or YouTube, some URL, once it passing via that local router, the private IP of that particular system, I mean the local system, will be converted to the public IP. This gives a clear idea that IP is changing, so source IP is changing. So that is one of the option which is asked in the MSQ question. Second one, we know very well which we used to discuss in the classroom, the secondary of the network layer like identification number, the DF fields, MF, fragmentation of fields, all these fields are going to change in between. So after passing via that NAT router, so you know very well the TTL value is going to change, or basically when you take a router, you will have an input interface and the output interface. At the input interface of the router, the TTL value will never change. Only at the output interface, the TTL is going to change. So basically the IP header is changing because TTL is changing. So definitely you have to calculate the header checksum. So this gives an idea at every hop, the header checksum is going to change. So that is a MSQ question that is given, very easy question. You have two answers in that. Basically one is what? That is, since it is a NAT, private IP is converted to public IP. It is given clearly mentioned that from input interface to output interface, what is changing. So only the private IP is converted to public IP. So source IP is changing, but not the destination IP. So one is source IP, the other one is the header checksum. So I hope that is the first question which I have received. It is MSQ, it's very easy. Fine. Second question is regarding some IP addressing. It is every year used to ask the same model, like basically when you have some packet, the packet will have the source IP and destination IP. So the destination IP of the packet will be performing the bitwise and of the masks that is given in the different options according to the question. So if it is matching with that concerned network ID or subnet ID, via that it is going to be forwarded. So it is very easy question that just students information they have said, so you can easily solve it. So that is regarding second question. And so third question is regarding the TCP, the fundamental TCP you know very well. For example, like the application layer protocols, if they require any connection to be established, for connection establishment they depend on the TCP protocol at the transport layer. So based on that one MSQ question they have given. So, so if you observe, as paper is very easy, anybody can easily write as per the network's point of view. See, whenever you transmit a sync segment internally, a random sequence number will be transmitted out of the range from 0 to 2 power 32 minus 1. So why it should be a random? For providing the security to the data, because some crores of the segments will be transmitting on the internet. So basically here if you transmit some random number, like suppose say some 20,000 from the range of 0 to 2 power 32 minus 1. Absolutely, whether the connection is established or not, on the other side you are going to get the ACK, and this ACK number is 20,000 and 1 will be there. Or the concept or the fundamental involved in it is the acknowledgement number will always be a sequence number of the next expected data. So that you know very well. So that is one of the option they have given. So the acknowledgement number will always be the next number. And second one, here this sync sequence number, is it should be a 0? No, it should be a random number. So these are the two options out of A, B, C, D, and all the students have done that answer easily. Yes, correct. Very good. So these are the two answers in that question. That is MSQ, the TCP standard question directly they have given. Okay. And that is the third question which I have received. I think some students are giving the order of the next question. Okay. I think Kratika, DGS, okay, fine. Next is fragmentation question. So this fragmentation question is a very simple question. What they have mentioned, some source is connected to router, and if I have taken a network connected to router and some other network then connected to the destination. So as per the given data, what they have mentioned in the question, say you have transmitted a packet. So it is a general mathematics. If the packet size is more than the MTU, maximum transferable unit of that particular LAN, it is a common logic. This is not allowed. It should be divided into fragments. So since it is more than this MTU value as per the data, so this packet is divided into 3 fragments. So this is the question which is given based on the fragmentation regarding what? The network layer. Abhi these 3 fragments, whatever these 3 fragments are there na. So once the first fragment came here, what happened is that fragment is still larger than this MTU. So again it is divided into further 2 more fragments. So what happened here, this single fragment, again it is fragmented. So the concept is based on this question is whenever the packet is fragmented, it can be further fragmented if a smaller MTU occurs in the network. That is happened here. Same like that, when the second packet also, second fragment also came, it is further fragmented. So to have a clear idea, here with these 3 we can call them as fragments. As these fragments are further fragmented, you can give us some new name like sub-fragments actually. Same like that, this fragment also further fragmented. So it's very easy. I got the answers from the students directly. Okay. So you can see finally how many fragments here it is. You are getting 6 fragments. So the answer for this particular question is what? 6 fragments. So this is one more problem. Yes, very good, correct. So this is the 4th question which I have received. And the 5th question is regarding what? Packet switching. So this is also the fundamentally they have asked so simple. I'm taking some generalized variables like this. Here they have mentioned some source, and here there is a router and there is a destination. So basically what they have mentioned, some file size is a 10 power 6 bytes. So basically it is a packet switching question actually, when the file size divided into some 1000 packets, because each packet they have mentioned the 10 power 3 bytes. So obviously the total packets going to become what? 1000 packets. 1000 packets. So they have also mentioned that here the propagation delay and processing delay and queuing delays are also negligible. So this gives a clear idea that transmission time is very much larger than the remaining all delays you can neglect. So here what happens, so each packet size you are getting 1000 bytes. The transmission time is data size upon bandwidth. So as per this logic, once the first packet is reaching the destination, in some 16 milliseconds, Why 16 milliseconds means for the first packet to place here, that's a transmission time. Same packet has to pass via this router also. So here it is 8 milliseconds and 8 milliseconds, it is 16 milliseconds for the first packet. But basically this file is divided into the 1000 packets. So for the 1000th packet to reach here, it completes the complete file transmission as it is mentioned here in the live interaction. So they have whatever that value. Okay. Finally, you are going to get what? 8008 milliseconds, or if I convert into seconds, it will be 8.008 seconds, you can say. Yeah, this question is also very easy. Okay, and the sixth question, what they have asked is regarding that application layer. So basically, even the question is an application layer, they linked all the layers. Okay. So what is the concept here? Whenever the client system want to contact any server, say like a YouTube or Google or some server, you should know the IP address of it. So even whatever your URL you are going to type, so that URL request first it will go to the DNS server. For what purpose? For collecting the IP address. So the order is what? First collecting the IP address. This is the first one, you can see. So after getting the IP address of that concerned system, so whatever the application at the application layer, once it come down to transport layer, if that application requires reliability, the meaning is what? Even the channel is unreliable. If you want to provide a reliability, you have to provide a sequence number. So if you want to require the reliability, obviously the connection should be established. So is the connection is the physical connections or it's a logical connection? Logical connection with the help of the sequence numbers, and that it depends on the TCP. So next, getting the IP address of that concerned system, then you have to establish the connection. So you get that connection from the TCP. So once connection is established, then the HTTP request will go to that particular server only for the initial connection establishment. So that you can say it is the HTTP request, and then you get a reply for it. After that, if that server contains some text file, based on that some index, the remaining all images you can access. So then next we can say the images or the index you can access. So this is the actual order of how the content is accessed. So out of the 4 options, that this is the order of one of the option. So these all questions answers are given by the students directly. This gives a clear idea. Even the overall paper is moderate, the networking questions are very easy. Okay, so totally like 6 questions they have given. Okay, the next subject will be given by the concerned teacher. Okay, thank you.
Good evening, everybody. I hope am I audible? Is everything clear? This CS paper was easiest in the decade. As far as aptitude is concerned, paper is absolutely below par, and I hope you would have enjoyed solving each and every question. I'm extremely unwell. The only relief is that we have recovered all the 10 questions here, including the English one, and the things are much more on the easier side, and we can easily claim that it had been much more on the easier side as compared to the last year, or in fact the easiest in the decade. So anyhow, this is very elementary. We have here, we all know log m power n is equal to n log m, and log a plus log b plus log c is equal to log abc. So first of all, here this term will become 3 square, which is equal to 9. Log p plus log q plus log 9 will be 9 into pq, log 9 into pq. देखिए ये माहौल बनाने की कोई भी जरूरत नहीं थी, डायरेक्टली वी कुड हैव स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम हियर. log p square plus q square is equal to log 9 pq. So p square plus q square is equal to 9 pq. Directly we could have arrived at this statement, right? Until unless you will solve questions in this way, then only you will be able to manage everything within less than 10 minutes. That was the idea behind it. Now let's see here what had happened. Now because the question is asking p4 plus q4, and then it have to be divided by something. So in order to get p4 plus q4 from p square plus q square, we need to do a square of it, squaring both the side. We have a p4 q a plus b whole square, doing squaring both the sides. We have a p4 q4 2p square q square is equal to 9 square 81 into p square q square. Subtract it. P 81 p square q square minus 2 p square q square will be 79 p square q square. I hope we are through with the question. That is what was required by the question. p4 q4 divided by p square q square. Divide कर लो भाई. p square q square से divide कर लो p4 plus q4 should be equal to 79. इतना सब कुछ करने की बिल्कुल भी जरूरत नहीं थी. डायरेक्टली ये इक्वेशन है p square plus q square is equal to 9 pq 9 square 81 81 minus 2, right? Because the result was p4 q4 divided by p square q square. 81 minus 2 is 79. Could have been done in less than a minute's time, and we have the fundamental property of the logarithms, which everybody is aware of. Now everything is on the predictable lines, and everything have been discussed in the class. Nothing outside PYQs and nothing outside whatever we have done in the class. Now let's see here what we have. Let's understand it thoroughly. A rectangular sheet 15 into 4. So 216 is the area. 216 is the area. The two longer edges of the sheet are joined together. Here is 54 and here is 4 and here is 4. Now if two lengthier edges have been joined, so this is the way, lengthier side have been joined. 54 will become the height of the cylinder and 4 will become the 2 pi r. 2 pi r is 4. Remember guys, this side is 54, this side is equal to 4. So 2 pi r is actually becoming 4. 2 pi r is actually becoming 4, and this is equal to h, which is equal to 54. So 2 pi r is 4 and h is equal to 54. Volume of the cylinder we all know is pi r square into h, area of base into height. So pi r, r we need to put here 4 by 2 pi. R की जगह हमने क्या रख दिया? R we are substituting as, should I increase the font size just a little bit, right? So we have here r is 4 upon 2 pi. Pi r square h is equal to 54. We have done many more complicated and higher version of this question in the class. This is a bit more on the simpler side. So what we have here, volume of the cylinder is equal to 216 by pi. कैंसिल कर लेंगे, ठीक है. 216 बाय पाई आ गया ये हमारा. आर को क्या रखा? 4 अपॉन 2 पाई. एच का वैल्यू था 54. सिलेंडर का वॉल्यूम आ गया, नो प्रॉब्लम इन दैट. फर्स्ट सॉलिड दैट हैव बीन फॉर्म्ड. अनदर सॉलिड, a cube whose surface area is equal to the sheet is being taken. पहले शीट का एरिया निकाल लेते हैं. 216 लेंथ इनटू विड्थ 216. इससे हमें टोटल सरफेस एरिया ऑफ द क्यूब, इस शीट के सरफेस एरिया से क्यूब का सरफेस एरिया सेम है. पहले इस शीट से हमने बनाया सिलेंडर, तो उससे हमें वॉल्यूम ऑफ द सिलेंडर आ गया, आर आ गया, एच आ गया, वॉल्यूम ऑफ द सिलेंडर वी हैव गॉट. नाउ इससे हमने क्यूब भी बना लिया. क्यूब का टोटल सरफेस एरिया 6 इंटू साइड स्क्वायर. यार दिस इज बिलो पार, 6 इंटू साइड स्क्वायर, तो साइड आ गई हमारी 6 यहां से। ये जो रेक्टेंगुलर शीट था इससे हमने क्यूब बनाया, क्यूब का एरिया और रेक्टेंगुलर शीट का एरिया सेम है। साइड आ गई क्यूब की 6, साइड आ गई 6 तो वॉल्यूम आ गया 216। साइड क्यूब इज द वॉल्यूम, टोटल सरफेस एरिया ऑफ द क्यूब इज 6 इंटू साइड स्क्वायर एंड द वॉल्यूम इज साइड क्यूब। यहां से साइड आई, साइड का क्यूब, वॉल्यूम आ गया। वॉल्यूम ऑफ द सिलेंडर 216 बाय पाई and volume of the cube is just 216, which cancel out 1:pi is the answer. This is all based upon the memory. The answer could have been pi/1 if it is cube by cylinder. We need to be careful about whatever I am doing here is based upon the memory, even the first question and even this question. Let's move ahead. I hope all these things are absolutely below par. यहाँ पे जो है 6 squares are there. AB needs to be line of symmetry. AB को हमें line of symmetry establish करना है। किसी भी स्क्वायर का सिमेट्री मौजूद नहीं है। नो एग्जिस्टिंग सिमेट्री हैड बीन अबाउट एनी ऑफ द स्क्वायर, सो 3 स्क्वायर्स आर हियर एंड 3 आर स्क्वायर आर हियर, so 6 is the answer because nobody had already existing symmetry. This is again based upon the memory. If the figure will change, the corresponding answer is definitely going to change. So answer is directly 3 and 3 6 because किसी का भी सिमेट्री मौजूद नहीं है। मौजूद नहीं है मतलब एग्जिस्ट नहीं है यहाँ पे, क्योंकि देख लीजिए 1 के सिमेट्री के लिए हमें बनाना पड़ेगा 1 डैश, पेंट करना पड़ेगा। ये जो हमारा है 2 है, 2 के सिमेट्री के लिए मुझे बनाना पड़ेगा 2 डैश, शेड भी करना पड़ेगा। ये हमारा 3, उसके लिए बनाना पड़ेगा 3 डैश, इसके लिए 4 डैश शेड करेंगे, इसके लिए 5 डैश और इसके लिए 6 डैश। यहां पे मैंने करके दिखा दिया। 1 के लिए 1 डैश, 2 के लिए 2 डैश, 3 के लिए 3 डैश, 4 के लिए 4 डैश, 5 के लिए 5 डैश, 6 के लिए 6 डैश। अगर ये फिगर था देन द आंसर वाज ओनली दिस। बिलो पार अगेन बिकॉज 3 स्क्वायर्स आर हियर एंड 3 स्क्वायर्स आर हियर और उनका कोई भी सिमेट्रिकल स्क्वायर मौजूद नहीं है अबाउट लाइन ए बी। अगर अबाउट लाइन ए बी उनका कोई भी किसी का भी सिमेट्री एग्जिस्टिंग नहीं है, इसके लिए यहां बनाना पड़ेगा, इसके लिए इधर, इसके लिए इधर बनाना पड़ेगा। ए बी लाइन के अबाउट सिमेट्रिक होने के लिए इसके लिए इधर, इसके लिए इधर और इसके लिए इधर। All 3 and 3 6 new squares have to be formed which needs to be symmetric with the earlier existing one. So I hope this is absolutely below par and this is all about PYQs. Now here, this is also, if the units in the question are going to change, then the answer is also going to change. We are doing a memory based analysis of the entire thing. Remember that. Now here, what we have here fat, क्या बोल रहा है? अच्छा, पाई चार्ट की वैल्यू 2000 है। पाई चार्ट टोटल कैलोरी कंज्यूम्ड इज 2000। पाई चार्ट है 2000 किलो कैलोरी ऑफ अ डाइट ऑफ अ पर्सन, टिपिकली डेंसिटी इज दिस। कार्बोहाइड्रेट से आता है 4, प्रोटीन से आता है 4, सैचुरेटेड फैट, अनसैचुरेटेड फैट, ट्रांस फैट सबसे आता है 999। अब एक चीज अच्छे ढंग से सुन लीजिए, इफ द वैल्यूज इन द यूनिट इन द क्वेश्चन इज गोइंग टू चेंज, आंसर इज श्योरली गोइंग टू चेंज, बट whatever data we have, I am answering it according to it. So फैट का टोटल जो है 20%, 20%, 5%, 20, 20 and 5, 45% of 2000 लिखने की आवश्यकता ही नहीं है। 45% of 2000 will come out to be 900. 0.45 of 2000 will come out to be 900 is the total energy due to these three. इन तीनों की वजह से जो एनर्जी आई है वो कितनी आई है? वो आई है 900 किलो कैलोरी। 900 किलो कैलोरी एनर्जी तीनों फैट की वजह से आई है। Coincidentally, the good point in the question is that all fat molecules are 9, 9, 9 each. Any type of, be it trans fat, be it saturated, be it unsaturated one, हर एक से 9 किलो कैलोरी पर ग्राम एनर्जी आती है। तो टोटल एनर्जी जो आई from all the fats combined is 900 kilocalorie per molecule of fat gives 9. Per gram of fat gives 9 kilocalorie. So how many grams of fat will be required? Divided by 900 grams of fat was present from all the three sources. Once again, if the language is changed, then the entire thing is going to change. We are doing a subjective answer according to whatever have been data present to us. I hope it is. Now these are all standard 8th, they are not even a standard 10th one. Give it to a standard 8th one, a primary student, and he will be able to manage everything well. So I hope examiner have been much more kinder than what is expected. So let's see here, और क्या है? ये देखिए x और y, मैं यहाँ पे आपको दिखा देता हूँ, x प्लस वाई डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल है x माइनस वाई के, लीनियरली मान लीजिए उसे, लीनियरली भी वहां पे लिखना था, डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू दिस, यूजुअली व्हेन नथिंग इज मेंशन वी ट्रीट इट एज लीनियरली प्रोपोर्शनल. सो व्हाट विल हैपन, x plus y is equal to k times of introducing the constant proportionality k times of x minus y. Below par again, what we have, kx में से x यहाँ लाके माइनस कर लीजिए k माइनस वन ऑफ x, और ऐसे ही y को इस साइड ले जा लीजिए, क्या हो जाएगा, प्लस के वाई. तो यहाँ पे y था 1 प्लस के वाई, राइट. सो वी नीड x अपॉन y. So x by y will come out to be k plus 1 divided by k minus 1. K is a constant, so k plus 1 upon k minus 1 will come out to be another constant. So x by y will come out to be constant. I hope, I don't know what had happened to the question set of this year. Again, wonderful one. You can see it in the PYQs as well. They well discussed in the class in the miscellaneous exercise. What is there? शीट ऑफ 20 into 8 दिखा देता हूं. 20 into 8 का ये शीट है. कैसे फोल्ड करा, लंबी साइड के परपेंडिकुलर, ये 20 है, ये 8 है, लंबी साइड के परपेंडिकुलर, परपेंडिकुलर टू द लेंथी साइड. 20 विल बिकम हाफ. ये देखो ये क्या था, यहां लिखा है 20, यहां लिखा है 8. 20 into 8 perpendicular to the lengthy side, this will become 10. Now 20 will become half. 20 will become half here, it will become 10. This side will remain to be unchanged. See, 20 and 8, this side 8 will remain to be unchanged. 8 is as it is, and it had become 10 cross 8. Now lengthy side will become half, lengthy side will become half. 10 cross 8 will become 5 cross 8. 10 cross 8 will become, but here there is a trick involved. Be attentive, at least in the paper. 8 is the lengthier side. The lengthy side will become half. It's folded along the lengthier side, perpendicular to the lengthy side. Lengthy side 20 will become half 10. Lengthy side 8 will become half 4. First operation, second operation, third operation is this. What we are getting, 5 and 4, and perimeter is twice of L plus B, that is equal to 18. Schematic diagram have been shown, and what is happening, no need of doing anything. 20 will become half, 20 will become 10, lengthy is again 10, 10 will become 5. Second operation, lengthy is now 8, now 8 will become 4. Please make sure now 8 will become 4, 8 will become 4. So perimeter is twice of L plus B, 5 plus 4, 9, double of that is 18. So I hope it's exactly what we can say, predictable and much more on the easier. And now here median. So what a silly one again. For calculating median we need to arrange the data in the ascending order. दो डेटा मेरे पास है यहाँ पे, एक जगह पे तो 10 था, पहले इस वाले डेटा के अनुसार देख लेते. What we have 9, then 10, 10 twice, 11, 11 also twice, 13, 14, 15, 17 is there, and 17 and 69. I hope 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4 here, 4 here. If we want to calculate the median, क्या करना होता है? If the number of terms are odd, the in between term, the centralmost term will become the median. जो middlemost term होती है वो median होता है. यदि number of observation even होते हैं, यहाँ पे even थे, 10 observations थे, there will be 2 centralmost term, arithmetic mean of those 2 term will become median. So the median will come out to be 11 plus, because number of terms are even, there will be 2 centralmost term and arithmetic mean of those 2 terms will become median. ये एक question memory based आया है, इसमें लेकिन कुछ लोगों ने एक 10 की जगह मुझे डेटा में 18 भी दिया है. तो अगर 18 होता, अगर 18, देखो ये सब कुछ मेरे बच्चे मेमोरी बेस्ड हो रहा है. दिस इज ऑल बेस्ड अपॉन द मेमोरी. सो देयर आर chances you might have got any other answer. If it is 18, so it will become 9, 10. There were 2 10 here, now it will be single 10 and 1 18 will move here. अगर यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन में 18 होता, 4 on this side, 4 on 2 centralmost term का arithmetic mean will become median. Formula will remain to be unchanged. There are 10 observations, 4 on one side, 4 on other side. There will be 2 intermediate term. दोनों बार अगर 10 होता तो आंसर ये है. अगर एक 10 है एक 18 है तो आंसर ये है. आई होप it is merely what? Formula based, nothing else. If number of terms are odd, there will be only one term in the middle that will qualify as the median for the data. If number of terms are even, there will be two centralmost term, there will be two middlemost term. Arithmetic mean of those two terms will qualify as the median for the data. यदि बीचों बीच एक टर्म होगी वो स्वयं से मीडियन कहलाएगी, बीचों बीच यदि दो टर्म होंगी, ऑब्जर्वेशन इवन होंगे, बीचों बीच दो टर्म होंगी, उनका अरिथमेटिक मीन मीडियन कहलाएगा. अब ये देखिए रुपए पैसे का सवाल आ गया, किताब में काफी सारे ऐसे दिए हुए थे. कुछ भी नहीं आपको करना है, इसमें भी ये मेमोरी बेस्ड है. टोटल अमाउंट में क्या होगा देखेंगे. A person has denomination of rupee 1, 5 and 10 in the ratio 5, 3 and 13. Then the percentage of the rupees 5 coin of the total amount. rupees 5 coin का numbers के बारे में नहीं बोल रहा है, rupees 5 coin का total में क्या contribution है. If the data will change, number of coins का ratio होगा, then it's going to be completely different. Please make sure. क्या पूछा है हमें खुद ही नहीं पता है, हमें खुद ही नहीं पता है डेटा में क्या पूछ रहा है. टोटल अमाउंट में यदि रेशियो पूछ रहा है देन दिस इज गोइंग टू बी द आंसर. कुछ नहीं करना है. एक रुपए वाले यहां पे कितने कॉइन है? 5x. 5 रुपए वाले कितने कॉइन है? 3x. 10 रुपीज वाले कितने कॉइन है? 13x. नो नीड ऑफ टेकिंग x. व्हाट इज द मनी कॉन्ट्रीब्यूटेड ड्यू टू रुपीज 5 कॉइन? 5 into 3x, right? 15x. No need of writing x, no need of at all writing x. 15 is the contribution made by it. Total money from all the sources combined: 1 into 5x, 15x, 10 into 13x, 130x. 130 plus 15 plus 5, 150. 15 upon 150, x and x, there is no need of taking x. Even if you take it out, it will cancel out from the numerator as well as from the denominator. So what had happened here? 15 by 150, which is nothing but 1 by 10, which corresponds to 10%. Language will change, answer will change. Now that's why I'm saying if the language is this, contribution of rupees 5 coin in the total amount, that is equal to 10%, right? Oh my god, I hope there is some problem. Okay, quickly. So what can I say about the paper? It was your day altogether, morning shift. Let's see what will happen in the afternoon shift. Direct question, no need of writing anything, just you do it, square it, divide it and get the answer. Exactly easy one. Cylinder, volume, cube, volume, take the ratio, formula based. 3 and 3, 6 is the answer, क्योंकि किसी का भी सिमिट्री एग्जिस्टिंग नहीं था, एग्जिस्टिंग होता तो उतने हटाने पड़ते. Now 45% of 2000 is 900. Each fat, तीनों फैट सेम ही सेम देता है, 9 देता है. सो 900 किलो कैलोरी एनर्जी हुई. 1 ग्राम ऑफ फैट 9 किलो कैलोरी देता है. कितने ग्राम ऑफ फैट आएगा तीनों सोर्सेस से? 100. सो दिस इज k plus 1, k minus 1 is another constant, x plus y. इसमें और भी कुछ वो MSQ बना सकता था. x is directly proportional to y भी बोल सकते हैं यहाँ पे, और भी कई सारी चीजें बोल सकते हैं, लेकिन वो सब उसने पूछा नहीं था. Anyhow, this is again, please do remember, lengthy side will become half. Now 10 is the lengthy side, will become 5. Now 8 is the lengthy side, which will become 4, and perimeter will come out to be 18. Median, I have already explained in great detail. Number of terms are even, the two intermediate terms का arithmetic mean will become median. जो दो middle most term होंगी उनका arithmetic mean will qualify as the median for the data. And now here 5 into 3, 15, and total is 1 into 5 plus 5 into 3 divided by 130, 15 and 5, 15 upon 150. Now Srinivas sir will continue. We have here a couple of English questions as well. Rise higher, shine brighter. I hope it was, you believe me or not, it was exactly on the predictable lines and the easiest in the decade so far. Wish you a great luck. Rise higher and shine brighter. Hi, good evening students. I was able to find 2 questions given in English part, but unfortunately for one question options were not available. That is a beautiful question based on the uses of that question is based on the uses of phrasal verbs, and since the options were not there, let's look at this question which has got options. Look at this. This is based on something called analogy, right? What do we need to do in analogy? You need to find out an option which shows something that is being reflecting, that is reflecting in the question pair. Look at this question: dry, arid, parched. What's common with all of these three is different levels of dryness. So all these three have the same meaning, but the difference lies in the intensity of the meaning. Okay, dry, arid and parched. If a piece of land is parched, it is barren. It has become so dry that it cannot produce anything because it is barren. It has become barren because due to lack of water resources, right? So what is common among all these three is dryness, and then you need to find out something that is common among these three. Okay, these two plus the answer. Now look at this option. One second. Okay, whatever. Look at this: diet, fast, and dash. Come on, send me the answer. Diet. When you diet, you restrict yourself from eating certain kind of foods. Okay, certain kind of time. And then fasting. Fasting is not eating anything, or almost not eating anything. And then what is the answer? And feast is just the opposite. Feast is a special food that people have it in celebrations, something that is sumptuous. Deny and the result are irrelevant options. So the only option that is left here is B. Option B is B suits. Option B is a star that suits, because these three are three different levels of dryness, and these three are three different levels of lacking food or not having food, right? Starving is if people die of starving, they would die of hunger. Not having food is starving, right? Not having food is limiting, restricting your food is diet. Having, not having or almost not having is fasting, and dying or suffering due to lack of food, due to hunger, is called starving. Answer is B. That's it. Unfortunately, the options for the other question were not available. So helpless. Best of luck, my dear students. Wait for the next subject.
Good evening all. Hope you have done very well. today exam. So these are the questions we got from the students' data. So TOC students are saying easy, but I say the questions from TOC are moderate. Okay, chances are there to do mistake. Yeah, it's good. Already I got the answer from one student, Karthik. It's good. Okay, let us see the question. Consider the following two regular expressions. R and S are given. How many strings are there of length less than or equal to 5, which are neither in R nor in S? First, length less than or equal to 5 means length 0 or length 1 or length 2 or length 3 or length 4 or length 5. If you do this, find the combinations of zeros and ones, length less than or equal to 0, the total strings will be length 0 is epsilon, length 1 is 0 or 1, length 2 like this. So this is 2 power 0. There are two strings of length 1, there are 2 square, 2 cube strings of length 3, 2 power 4 and 2 power 5. This is in geometric progression. You will have a into r power n minus 1 by r minus 1. If you use that formula, you will get 63 different strings of length less than or equal to 5. Now, among these, how many strings are in R, how many strings in S, and the strings which are not in R and not in S. So, R is 0 star 1 star, R equal to 0 star 1 star. How many strings will be there in R of length 0 to 5? Length 0 is epsilon, then length 0 is epsilon. From 0 star we can get epsilon, and length 0, this is 1, this is length 2, this is length 3 and length 4 and length 5. So these are the strings of length less than or equal to 5 from 0 star. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strings will be there. And from 1 star, again we can get from epsilon 1, 1 square, 1 cube, 1 power 4, 1 power 5, again 6. So epsilon is common. Okay, so total strings from R of length less than or equal to 5, 6 plus 5, these are total 11 strings. Okay, don't count 6 plus 6. Okay, because epsilon is repeated. Na? So 11 strings will be there in R of length less than or equal to 5. Now coming to, yes, 0 1 star, 0 1 star plus 1 0 star. From 0 1 star we don't get epsilon or length 0. So length 1 we can get, that is 0, 0 1, length 2, 0 1 square, 0 1 cube, 0 1 power 4. So 0 1 power 4 length is 5. So here how many strings? These are the 5 strings. And from 1 0 star we can get 1, we don't get epsilon, then 1 0, 1 0 square, 1 0 cube, 1 0 power 4, these are the again 5. 5 plus 5, 10, and here we have 0 and 1, here also 0 and 1. So these are the total 10 strings. So total the strings in R and S 11 plus 10, and these are the repeated, na? So minus 2. So 21 minus 2, 19 strings will be there, different strings will be there of length less than or equal to 5 from R and S. So total how many? 63. So the strings which are neither in R nor in S, 63 minus 19, that is 20, 43, 44. 44 is the answer. Okay, good. Next question. So there is a chance to do mistakes in this question. Okay, now see, actually I am not sure that this is the exact question based on the students data we have collected. So given that L1 L2 are regular and L3 is not regular, which of the following is oblique or always true? Always true, that is the question. Now if L1 is regular, then L1, given that L1 L2 are regular, L1 complement is also regular. Regular complement is always regular. So this is regular, L1 is regular, L1 complement is regular, L2 regular, its complement is also regular. Regular union is always regular. Regular union, regular language, regular language are closed under union. So this is true. This is true. That's coming to L3, given that not regular. If language is not regular, complement is also not regular. L3 complement is also not regular. It is true. Next, coming to L1 equal to L2 if and only if L1 intersection L2 complement is 5. So there is a chances are there to do this option wrong. Look at this, I am taking L1, this is L1. Here complete data is not given L1 and about L1 and L2. L1 and L2, they are not given that they are disjoint or common like this. So I am taking this L1, I am taking again this is L2. Okay, if I take this as a sample space and this is L1, this is L1, this is L1 and this is big circle is L2. Now what about L1 intersection L2 complement? This is L1, this is L1 and L2 complement is this one, L2 complement is this one. Then what is the intersection of L1 and L2 complement? L1 is this part, L1 is this part and L2 complement is outside, intersection is 5. But here L1 and L2 not equal, na? So even though L1 intersection L2 complement is 5, they need not be same. So it may be same. Okay. So here it is given that always true. So always need not be true. So this is a false statement. Next, L1 union L3 is not regular. Given that here L1 is regular and L3 is not regular. Now is it always true? I am taking L1 is sigma star and L2 I am taking example sigma equal to A comma B and L2 I am taking A power n B power n, which is not regular. Then what about sigma star union L1 union L2? Sigma star union A power and B power n is sigma star union, which is regular is given that. What is the question here? Which of the following is always true? So it need not be always true, always not regular. So it may be regular, may not be regular. If I take L1 is sigma star regular, sigma star union anything is sigma star only, which is regular, but it is given that not regular. This is a false statement. So what is the question? Which of the following true? So A and B. Okay. Next question. Okay, consider the following DFA. This is a good question. Which of the following is oblique or false statement? Actually, here state 2 and 5, 2 and 4, 3 and 4 are distinguishable, means separatable. So you do the minimization of DFA, find the minimal DFA, then you can do it. So here 1 is the final state and 2, 3, 4, 5 are non-final states. How can we do? Separate final, non-final, 1 and this is 2, 3, 4, 5. After that, this is the first step, and in the second step, so here among 2, 3, 4, 5, if you observe, 2 is going to the final on 0, it is going to the final, and 5 is also going to final on 0. So 2 and 5, 2 on 0, 1, 5 on 0, 1. So 2 and 5 are going to final state on 0, and 2 on 1 going to 4, it is here, and 5 on 1 is going to here. So 2 and 5 are 0 equivalent and 1 equivalent, so we cannot separate them. If you come to 3 and 4, 3 on 0 it is going to 5, it is here, and 4 on 0 it is going to 2. So 3 and 5 are 0 equivalent. Now if you go for 1, now 3 on 1 it is going to final state, and 4 on 1 it is going to final state. So 3 and 4 are 0 equivalent and 1 equivalent. So I have separated. Now step 3, 1. Now 2 and 5, 2 on 0, 1, 5 on 0, 1, they are 0 equivalent. 2 on 1, 4 and 5 on 1, 3. So they are 1 equivalent. So 2 and 5 are 0 equivalent and 1 equivalent. Coming to 3 and 4, 3 on 0, it is 5. And 4 on 0 it is 2, so 3 and 4 are 0 closer, and 3 on 1, 1, 4 on 1, 1, 1 closer. So 3 and 4 cannot be separated. So finally this is the minimal DFA. 1, 2, 5 is one state, 3 and 4 another state. So 3 states will be there. Coming to these options, states 2 and 5 are distinguishable. 2 and 5 can be separatable. Here separatable. Which are the following is false. So we cannot separate. This is a false statement. Next, number of zeros in the string if equal to number of ones in the string, then W will be X by DFA. Actually number of zeros and number of ones equal, DFA we cannot construct, na? So which is it is a PDA. So how can a finite automatic accept number of zeros and number of ones equal? If you want, it accepts triple one, 1 1 1 1 1 1. In triple one, the number of ones are 3 and number of zeros are 0, not equal. You can check like this also. But we cannot consider a PDA DFA or finite automata for to accept number of zeros and number of ones equal. So here given that if n number of zeros and number of ones are equal, then W will be accepted by DFA, which is a false statement. Next, state 2 and 4 are distinguishable. Yes, 2 and 4 can be separable. It is true. Next, states 3 and 4 are distinguishable. 3 and 4, no, we cannot separate. It is a false statement. So which of the following are false? A, B, D. Okay. Next. So these are the questions we got from the students. Now we'll go for the comparison. So TOC is moderate, not so easy, not so difficult. Next comparison, this is just within seconds you can answer this question. Okay, which of the following are bottom up parser? Predictive parser. It is a top down parser. It is a top down parser. And LR parser, it is a bottom up parser. LL of 1 is also a top down parser. Okay. Now shift reduce is nothing but a bottom up parser. So B and D are the answer. Directly you can answer this question. Which of the following are bottom up parser? So LR parser and shift reduce, B and D are the answers. Okay, that's all. These are the questions we got from the students. I hope you will get a good rank. Thank you guys.
Good evening to all. I hope you did well in the exam. Myself, I am Srinivas. We are having few of the questions from the digital logic subject. These are the questions shared by few of you. They are basically memory based questions. This question is basically from the Boolean algebra part. Here in the question it is mentioned a Boolean function which is on these three variables x, y, z, which is having the min terms 3, 5, 6, 7. Identify the correct option are options. So basically this question is MSQ question. So here one of the option, if you look, it is mentioned it is independent of x, B option is mentioned with the max terms, and C option is mentioned the function is independent of y, and D option is mentioned it is xy or with yz or with zx. So from this given function, while looking to the min terms, possible for us to read the max terms, possible for us to read the max terms as the maxims of the function are the missing numbers, missing decimal numbers from 0 to 7, because the function is on 3 variables. Once the function is on 3 variables, the total number of combinations are 8. The decimal numbers we are looking 0, 1 and so on 7. So out of these 8 combinations, these 4 combinations are the min terms. The remaining combinations must be the max terms. So the missing numbers, if at all we are looking, 0 is missing, 1 is missing, 2 is missing, 4 is missing. These are the combinations which are missing as the min terms here. So the missing combinations must be the max terms. So the function is possible for us to represent the max terms 0, 1, 2, 4. If you look to the option B, in the option B we are looking here, the function is represented with the maxims of 0, 1, 2, 4. So this option definitely it is correct. This option is definitely it is correct. And other options, if at all you are looking, it is mentioned independent of x, option A. Option C is mentioned it is independent of y. Option D, it is mentioned some expression. It is mentioned some expression. So once we are looking to the options, this A, C and D, to identify the answer, it required for us to read the simplified or the minimal expression for the given Boolean function. The simplified or the minimal expression of the given Boolean function possible for us to read while using the K-map. While using the K-map, it is possible for us to this one, correct. No. This one. Side. इसकी side वाला. हाँ. Click. Write down. Okay, let us use a K-map. I thought to use the box, but I am unable to use. So the function is on the variables x, y and z. So we are using the K-map. The reason for this using K-map is to see the simplified expression. Once we are reading the simplified expression, it is possible to identify whether it is independent of x, whether it is independent of y, or the expression is coming as xy or with yz or with zx. So the min terms we are having as 3, 5, 6, 7. The min terms we are having this 3, 5, 6 and 7. So all of you know well, these are the cell numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. And if you read here, the grouping, so possible to group 6 and 7. When we are grouping 6 and 7, we are able to see here as the product, this as xy. Possible to group this 3 and 7. When we are grouping this 3 and 7, the product is yz. Possible to group So this product is XZ. So that the expression we are reading as XY or with YZ or with XZ. So if you look, one of the option is matching. Function f of xyz is equal to xy or with yz or with xz. It is matching. So that option D also correct. And coming to the option A, it is mentioned it is independent of x, it is wrong. It is depending upon the x. It is independent of y, it is wrong because it is depending upon the y also. So that for this question we are having the answers as this A and D. The answers are A and D. Let us move to the next question. The next question is on this multiplexer. So it is mentioned, consider a digital logic circuit consisting of 3 2x1 multiplexers. We are having here in the given circuit 2x1 multiplexers are 3, M1, M2 and M3, right? And it is mentioned X1, X2 are inputs of M1. So X1 and X2 are the inputs to the multiplexer 1. Similarly, it is mentioned X3 and X4 are inputs to the multiplexer 2, M2. A, B and C are the select inputs to the multiplexer M1, M2 and M3 respectively. And it is mentioned at an instant X1, X2 values are 1, X3, X4 values are 0. The number of combinations of ABC that gives the output Y is equal to 1. It is the question we are having. So to work out on this question, basically you need to know the knowledge of 2x1 multiplexer output equation. The 2x1 multiplexer output equation, if you look, it is select input S0 if you see, S0 complement input line I0 are with select input S0 input line I1. It is a 2x1 multiplexer output equation. So with the knowledge of this output equation, possible for us to speak the answer on this numerical question. It is a numerical question, numerical type question it is. It is mentioned here x1 value is 1, x2 value is 1, x3 value is 0, x4 value is 0. These are the values given in the question, right? So based on these values, if you look here, the output of this multiplexer 1, if you look, the output of the multiplexer 1, if you read, it is A complement in the place of S0, A. So A complement, x1 is 1, or with A, x2 is 1. So basically we are looking here, it is A complement or with A. So definitely it is 1. And similar work if we are extending here, x3 and x4 are 0. Whenever x3 and x4 are 0 means this is I0, it is I1. So I0, I1 are 0 means the output will be 0. So this multiplexer 3, line 0 input is 1, line 1 input is 0, and multiplexer 3 output if you read, multiplexer 3 output in the place of S0 it is C, so C complement I0, I0 is 1, and C I1 in the place of I1 it is 0. So effectively we are having it is only C complement, it is only C complement. So question is, for how many number of combinations on ABC variables the output is 1, it is a question. So from this it is possible for us to speak, whenever we are having among ABC values, whenever we are having C value is 0, then the output Y definitely must be 1. So whenever C is 0, output Y must be 1. It means A and B may be of any values irrespective of the A and B values, as and when C is 0, output is 1. So based on this, how many number of combinations we are having? The Y output is 1. If you look, A and B may be any value, so that A and B may be 0, 0, or maybe 0, 1, or maybe 1, 0, or maybe 1, 1. So for all these combinations, of course, C must be 0. So for all these combinations, the function, the overall circuit output, that is the function output, let me name as Y will be 1. So for these four combinations, the output is 1. So answer is 4. We know well, on the ABC variables, total number of combinations are 8. Out of 8 combinations, for 4 combinations, we are having output is 1. And if you look further, for the combination 0, for the combination 2, for the combination 4, for the combination 6, we are having output is 1. So answer to this question is 4. The next question we are having, which is again basic part of the digital logic subject, which is related with the propagation delays. In the question it is mentioned as gates. Consider the circuit given below. The circuit is consisting of one AND gate and one NOT gate, one inverter. Gates may have the propagation delay. The gates may be having the propagation delay. It is mentioned may have. Okay, assuming that all the signals transitions occur instantaneously, all the signal transitions are occurring instantaneously, that wires have no delay. Which of the following about the circuit? Which of the following about the circuit is correct? So probably it is also the question. Of course, all are memory based questions. Probably this is also the question of MSQ. It is mentioned option A, with no propagation delay. Basically with no propagation delay, the output Y is always 0. It is a question. So definitely it is true. Whenever we are having this X is say 1, it is 0. Whenever we are having X is 0, it is 1. So the NOT gate or AND gate not having any delay. So based on this, you can see for this AND gate, always we are looking one of the input is 0. Whenever one of the input is 0, so the AND gate output must be 0. So based on this, if at all no propagation delay, so it may have, he mentioned, so it may be having, may not be having. So based on this, if at all the NOT gate or AND gate is not having any delay, then we are guarantee one of the input of the AND gate is 0. So based on this, output will be always 0. So option A is correct. And coming to this option B, can have transient logic 1, can have transient logic 1 when X transition from logic 0 to logic 1. Whenever X is changing from logic 0 to logic 1, the output may be 1. It is something what is mentioned. So it is little properly we need to think. So whenever we are having X value which is changing logic 0 to logic 1, whenever it is changing logic 0 to logic 1, and if we look to the Y value, so Y, I mean to say this, so Y is X complement, basically the output of NOT gate, output of inverter. So whenever X is 0, Y will be 1, and having a delay, may have the delay. So having a delay, whenever X is changing 0 to 1, immediately whenever X is changing 0 to 1, immediately Y is not changing. To change 1 to 0, this NOT gate may take some time. The NOT gate may take some time. So that during this time interval, we are looking both the inputs are with the value of 1. During this time interval, both the inputs of this AND gate are with the value of 1. Whenever both the inputs of the AND gate are 1, then definitely during this time interval, if you look to the output of this circuit, sorry, so let me name, this is mentioned as a Y, so let me name this as something, let me name this as Z, so Z, so why we are having basically X into Z, so this I named as Z because it is already mentioned as a Y. So for this, if at all you are looking for this portion, the Z value if you read, for this portion Z value if you look, we are having Z value as 1 because both the inputs are 1. Before this transition of X, one of the input is 0, so Z is 0. And whenever Z is changing 1 to 0, one of the input is 0 to the AND gate, so output is 0. But during this time interval, we are having the output of this AND gate that is mentioned as a Y is 1. So you can see can have transient logic 1. The output can have the transient logic 1 when X transition from logic 0 to logic 1. So that it is also coming to be true. This option B also coming to be true. It is a memory based question. Option C and option D are not shared by the students. Mostly they may be some statements, they may not be correct statement. From the available data, the answer for this question we are having as option A and option B. So these are the questions what we are having from the students, and questions are little simple questions only. Except this question, other two questions are simple. Apart of this, from the number system, there was a question based on the 2's complement. That question was already covered by the CO faculty Sagar sir. So the remaining 3 questions of the digital I covered. They are little simple questions except this last question, this propagation delay question. I hope you all did well. Wish you good luck. All the best.
Hello dear students. So here I am going to do the solutions of the discrete mathematics. So I hope you have taken all the solutions of the other subjects as well. Now I am going to give you the solutions of some of the memory based questions. बेटा यहाँ से पूरा memory based questions हैं, so जिसको हम solve कर सकते हैं, right? And now let's see the first question here. It's a very simple question, my dear students. So from the group theory, so there are 2 binary operations here on a set A. For all A comma B belongs to A, some set A he has given to us. So because the data is not completely given here on a set A, for all A comma B belongs to A, that this is the binary operation. This is the binary operation is given as A delta B as defined as A plus 2B, and A square B is defined as AB here. Okay, so these are the 2 binary operations are given between and defined between the elements of the set A here. Now which of the following are true here, right? And we have to check that which of them are true here. So
it's MSQ question, so more than one answer can be true here, so we have to check all the options. So first one is that this binary operation, so this binary operation here, okay, so this binary operation, see that, so this binary operation is associative, he is saying that. So for associative, what we have to do here, we know that agar A into B, so let me do like this here. Suppose if I take the option A first, and I want to verify that whether it is associative or not here. So this delta, okay, binary operation is associative or not. So for that, see associative property क्या होता है बेटा? Associative property for the delta I can write here. So if A delta B delta C is equal to A delta B delta C here, okay, A delta B delta C here, right? So in this case, if this LHS is equal to RHS, you can say that it is associative. Now we will find out this. First of all, A delta here, B delta C. B delta C means here B delta C. Suppose if I take B here, C here, B delta C, I can write it as a B plus 2C. B plus 2C, and this will be here you are getting again A delta B. Suppose if you consider this one as B, so A delta B is understood as A plus 2 times of the second one. So that means A plus 2 times of B plus 2C here. Okay. Now coming to this RHS, if you do, so this is A plus 2 times of B. Okay. So here, so this is the delta C beta. So now you can say it is delta C. Now if you apply again, so this is as A delta C means, you know, you can write it as A plus 2C. So therefore A plus 2B plus 2 times of C, 2 times of C here. So then if you closely observe, so this is becoming here A plus 2B plus 4C here, and this becomes here A plus 2B plus 2C here, right? So are they equal here? They are not equal. So that means here it is not associative. So therefore it is wrong. It is false. So it is associative is false here. So now we have to check that this operator, this one, square one, is obeys associative law, he said. So according to this, so what is the definition of that? You know, right? So B, let us take B. Now here associative means here A square B square C is equal to, or you can say some star or something like that here. So A square B C here. Now you can write according to the definition of this binary operation, it is nothing but BC. Now then it becomes here ABC, right or not? I hope it is the same operation or not. Yes, product of these two elements. So product of these two elements, so this will become here, it is ABC. And when it comes to this one, it is AB square C, and then you write it as ABC. So both are equal here. So that means here I can say that it is associative. So the option D is correct one. Now we have to check the distributive law. So it is very easy part, very easy question. There is no much mind to be applied here. Okay, it's a very basic. So now operator square, now this one. So option B, if you take it, operator delta square over delta is to be distributive. So this is what is asking. So what is the distributive property beta? So you can write this one, that A, this B delta C should be is equal to A square B, okay, then delta of A square C here. C you can write. Now if you look at this LHS, so what happens is this becomes A, let it be. So A, this one, and B delta C, you can write it as a B plus 2C or not? B plus 2C, and this will be written as A into B plus 2C, you can write, correct? But when it comes to this, so it is AB delta and it is AC, right or not? And then if you take the delta, it is AB plus 2AC. So both are same or not? So both are same. So that means it is associated. So that means you can say it is option B is true. Now we have to check the option C also. ऑप्शन सी का डिस्ट्रीब्यूटिव प्रॉपर्टी बेटा तो ये होना चाहिए a डेल्टा b this is equal to a delta b, okay, then square of a delta c here, okay, right, and this becomes here a delta of bc, and this, okay, then it becomes a plus 2bc as per the definition of the binary operator, right, a plus 2bc. But when it comes to this one, it is a plus 2b, and this is a delta square of a plus 2c, and then it becomes here a plus 2b into here a plus 2c you are getting on the right hand side. Are they equal? Absolutely it is not equal. So that means what? It is not satisfying here. So therefore what is the answer beta? तो आंसर सीधा है, सीधा आंसर ये गलत है C वाला. So B and D are the correct answer. So many of the students are giving the right answer. B and D are the correct answer. So Karthik, you are giving the wrong answer. Okay, right, good, fine. So let's move on to the next question beta, right? आप लोग बहुत मेहनत किए होंगे एग्जामिनेशन में, right? Just you have to check your answer whether it is true or not, right? So these are completely a memory based questions only beta. ये कोई exact questions नहीं हो सकता है, may not be, but almost. So you can say this is A cross A beta, right? So I will say this one is A cross A, right? This is A cross A here. It's not A cross B. So if that is the case, how do we find out this? If A comma B are non-empty, A comma B are non-empty finite sets such that F from A to B, okay, and F from A cross A to A union B, 1 to 1 and on to functions. So it's a surjective functions. Both mappings are here. Surjective mappings here are surjective functions here you can say. So then find a number of possible values of the cardinality of A, right? So here what I do is, so considering that both are 1 1. So since both are 1 1, okay, let me write like this. Since F from A to B is 1 1, is 1 to 1, right or not? So that implies that the cardinality of A is equal to cardinality of B here. That means size of A and size of B both are same here. If both the sizes are same, so let me suppose that it is some n here, right or not? So now coming to this here, second one is given that F from A cross A, right, to A union B here, A union B here. As it is 1 1 here, as it is 1 1, so again here also modulus of A, mod of A cross A is equal to mod of A union B होना चाहिए. But generally as it is mod A is n, so A cross A will be here. The number of elements in A cross A will be n square here, and this one will be, there are two possibilities my dear students. तो यहाँ पर क्या होता है ना, so there are two cases, A is equal to B and here A not equal to B are the two possibilities here, right? But when A is equal to B na, so in that case, so if this is A is equal to B means, so the same elements are there in the A and B, so when you take the union, so that size will be of n only, size will be of n only, right or not? And other cases when A not equal to B suppose, and you take here A intersection B is null, A intersection B is null, that means when A is not equal to B, okay, so completely disjoint here. So what you are saying that is that here this is having some n elements and that is also having n distinct elements, so therefore you will have here it is of total number of A and B is elements are 2n here, so this is the 2n you have. So whereas the other cases are also exist, like you know in n out of these n elements, see here only one element of B will be matching with the element of A, or two elements of B which matching with the elements of A, or something like that. But in any way if you take it, so ultimately we have to find out the you know the number of possible values of cardinality of A. That means the n value, how many possible values of n you have to find out. So generally the size will be an integer value or not, so size will be integer. So according to that you have to prepare, according to that you have to take it here. So in that case there are two possibilities my dear. So n square is equal to 2n, or you can take n square is equal to n are the two possible cases here. So now in this case, so you will be getting n is equal to 0 comma 2, here you will be getting n is equal to 0 comma 1. But you know that here 0 cannot be, because it is non-empty subset, non-empty sets here. So since there are non-empty sets here, since the non-empty sets here, so we can say 0 cannot be the answer. So therefore the cardinality of A can be here 1 or 2. So therefore the number of possible values of this cardinality of A is here 2. So the answer is 2 here. The answer is 2 here. Okay, fine. अब ये तीसरा क्वेश्चन देखते हैं बेटा. सो तीसरा क्वेश्चन में क्या है कि द नंबर ऑफ स्पैनिंग ट्रीज इन अ कंप्लीट ग्राफ with 4 labeled vertices of A, B, C, D here. तो complete graph मतलब क्या है कि K4, you know that, right? K4 is a complete graph here. So इसका तो 4 vertices है A, B, C, D अगर आप लेते हैं. So then the number of spanning trees we can have it. But directly बेटा no need to waste any time here. See the number of spanning trees. The number of spanning trees, okay, in a complete graph, in a complete graph Kn, okay, in a complete graph Kn is equal to what? It is equal to n to the power of n minus 2 here. So here n is equal to given as 4 here. So that is 4 to the power of 4 minus 2. So that is of 4 square. So that is of 16 you are going to get it. It's a simple question, but a direct question. सीधा property है, formula है, तो direct आ गया, right? Now coming to the last question, again it is from the graph theory question only. Graph theory question only. So यहाँ पर एक ग्राफ दिया है और उसका mod v is equal to n, right? The size of the number of vertices are n here, right? And the chromatic number of the graph, it is chromatic number of the graph G is k here. So what do you mean by chromatic number? So the minimum number of colors which are assigned to the vertices in a graph such that no two adjacent vertices have the same color, right or not? So that is what the chromatic number, you know. I think everybody knows it, right? So G contains complete subgraph with k vertices beta. So k vertices means अगर chromatic number 2 है, chromatic number of the given graph is 2 है, तो आप वो ग्राफ के अंदर से अगर आप कोई भी सब ग्राफ निकालते हैं, राइट, और विथ k vertices, so it should form a complete subgraph. It should form a complete subgraph. So now for the k vertices, if you want to have the complete subgraph, so better you will go with the subgraph. So you need to take a graph, okay, whose chromatic number is minimum 3. तो 2 लिया था समझो, तो एक एड्ज काफी है एक कंप्लीट ग्राफ बनने के लिए. सो देयरफॉर हम लोग क्या करते हैं, तो कम से कम अगर पांच मतलब 3 क्रोमेटिक नंबर 3 वाला अगर हम कोई काउंटर एग्जांपल लेकर के चलते हैं, नहीं तो कोई एग्जांपल लेकर के चलते हैं, तो अगर देखिए दिस इज द ग्राफ विथ 5 वर्टिसेस, because if you take any vertex of up to 4 vertices, so you will be getting the different kind of minimum the chromatic number will be 2 here. But when you take this kind of graph here, this one is 1 and suppose this is 2 and this is 2, okay, and this should be 1 and this should be 3 here. So the chromatic number for this one is 3 here, 3. But can you have a complete subgraph of 3 order 3? So can we have a complete subgraph of order 3 here from this? So we cannot have a complete subgraph, okay, of order 3 here. So therefore, so this cannot be the answer here. So the next one is G contains at least k into k minus 1 by 2 edges, he said that. So जब भी at least की बात ही आता है ना बेटा, तो हम लोग कम से कम लीस्ट वैल्यू से शुरू करना है. अगर लीस्ट वैल्यू के लिए पॉसिबल हो सकता है ये, so ये ट्रू हो सकता है, so that we need not to check the higher values. So अगर हम k is equal to 2 ले लेते हैं, k is equal to 2, सबसे least value of k. So I mean least value in the sense, so here if you take the k is equal to 2, okay, some I can say least value ne. Generally if I take the minimum value of the chromatic number as 2 here it is, so I am going to take an edge, right? So here what happens is exactly इसमें क्या होता है, अगर कम से कम लेना है तो इसका क्रोमेटिक नंबर 2 है, मगर इसके एड्ज कितना है, 1 है, इसका एड्ज कितना है, 1 है. So yeah, say in this it is saying that at least this many. So if k is equal to 2, so now you tell me 2 into 2 minus 1 by 2. So 2 cancel and you are getting 1 here. So for the minimum itself, for the minimum graph of chromatic number 2 only it is possible, this condition is possible, means you take any higher chromatic number, it definitely possible here. So therefore, so this is the true answer. And then G contains independent set of size at least. जब ये independent set की बात आता है ना बेटा, so there is a concept, direct property is there in this. So there are many from a tree or from a graph, so we can have the different set of independent sets, right or not? Different independent set of vertices here, right or not? So उसमें से maximal, so अगर the number of vertices in a maximal independent set of vertices, if you take it, so that is we denote it as beta of G. So what is beta of G? Gives you the number of vertices in the maximal independent set of a graph of a graph here. So that is a beta of G, you can say that. So that is greater than or equal to n by k, where k is the chromatic number here. So this is the property we have here. So according to this property, this is also true here. This is also true here. So those who know this property, they can give the answer straight away here. So maximum to maximum ऐसा क्वेश्चन कुछ देते हैं ना, it's जनरल डाटा दे करके अगर which of the following is true करते हैं ना, तो then what we have to do is most of the time we have to go with the examples only. We have to go with the examples only. Otherwise, you can take some particular graphs and explain it. Now, coming to this, the last one, G contains a vertex of a degree at least k, he said. तो at least, तो मैंने यहाँ पर भी at least बात आते हैं ना, तो minimum की chromatic degree लेता हूँ. So that means, so I'll take a graph like this बेटा. देखो, जिसका chromatic number क्या होता है? अगर ये color 1 is assigned here, तो ये 2 है, right or not? तो ये भी 2 ले सकते हैं. So if the color is 1 here, then this could be the color 2 and this should be the color 2. So therefore the chromatic number will be what here? It is 2 here. So this is a simple graph I am taking with a minimum chromatic number, that is 2 here it is, right? So G contains a vertex of degree at least k बेटा, कम से कम डिग्री 2 होना चाहिए, यही तो बोल रहे हैं ना, कम से कम डिग्री 2 होना चाहिए. तो कम से कम डिग्री 2 बोले तो यहाँ देखो, ये यहाँ ऐसे एक वर्टेक्स है जिसका डिग्री 2 नहीं है, तो मतलब ये अगर in any one case, in any one example, if it fails, so you can say that it is wrong, right or not? It's false here. So this is what you can understand here. So with this, the answer is B and C here. So I hope, my dear students, so many of the students have given the right answers because the questions are so simple from IISc this side this year. So I'm expecting that most of the students have done the question paper very well, and we have got a very comfortable questions and easy questions, as I can say that here. So those who have prepared the class notes and properties and everything properly, and those who know the things properly and about the concepts, so then they can give the answers within the time here. Especially mathematics and discrete mathematics side के लिए आपके लिए ज़्यादा time invest करने की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ता है, right or not? So with this, I am concluding my discrete math session here. But at the end, I wanted to say, I hope all of you have got the exact solution for the questions which are given. But more or less, I wanted to say here, more or less our data is almost matched with the paper. But there might be some of the, mostly the questions are of memory based here, memory based. So we have done our best. So I think you got the perfect solutions for the questions here. So I'm expecting that you people will get definitely a good rank in the GATE examination. So that's it, guys, and wish you all the best. But next at 8 o'clock, so we are going to give the solutions of the second session paper solutions. Okay, computer science second session paper solutions. We are going to discuss detailedly again, and this session will be starting at 8 p.m. Okay, please stay tuned to Made Easy here. Wish you all the best, my dear. Wait for that.